Hello, internet friends. Welcome to Quests and Cthulhu. Thank you so much for spending part of your geekend with us. Are we sure everybody can hear us, Thomas? I know we've had some.
Actually, no. No, they shouldn't. No, they can. No, they can. Yeah, it's good.
Hi, everyone.
Outstanding. So welcome. Now that we've established that you can hear us, we are playing Call of Cthulhu, and it is the start of a new part of the story as our friends, the Great Dane Society, have somewhat saved the town of Brighton. Just a few quick announcements before we go on. First of all, the official dice of the Great Dane Society, Birds of Paradise. And let me tell you, I got a special delivery of my dice. And when they say that the Saguaro dice are huge, they are huge. This is my regular D20. That is the Saguaro D20. It is twice the size, easily. They are ginormous. I joked with Rachel that this D4 is actually going to kill someone if it ends up on the floor.
Yeah.
That will not be good. So Birds of Paradise, you can use our code on their website. It's chaotic something, I think.
Chaotic?
Just chaotic. There you go. And you get a nice chunk of change off of your order. Those Saguaros are awesome. And this session, we are going to do a giveaway of some Birds of Paradise dice. Thanks to our mule, which is not a kind of bird, we have a bunch of dice, and we're going to give some away. So look for that at the break. Our friends at Nord Games, they do awesome stuff, and they help you play D&D without giving wizards money, and that's reason enough for me to say good things about them. Also, I wanted to shout out, he mentioned it I think he mentioned in the Discord, but Spike was actually, our good friend Spike, who has run D&D for the Great Danes. He was on a D&D podcast talking about GMing, and it was a really interesting conversation. I enjoyed it. It was a good one. So look for a link for that and check it out. He will be on there.
Just want to jump in here with that. That is called Inspiration Point.
There we go.
For you to Google that or Bing it. That is with Andrew Gertzen of Nord Games and Grumble from Chaos Agents.
There we go.
Yes, and also with Adam Power, who is a GM that I play with and I love playing with. So they always have really great conversations anyway. And then they talk with one of my favorite GMs. So I was like, I'm there. It was a great conversation.
There you go. And while we're shamelessly plugging things, this Wednesday, Keep the Game Moving, Dave Sokolowski, who wrote Sunspots, is going to be on the podcast. We talk a little bit about the game, and we talk, he really wanted to talk about pacing. So we talk a lot about pacing in games. He's very into right now the Aliens RPG, which apparently has some really interesting pacing mechanics. And so we talk a lot about that, and I'm looking forward. He's going to run a game of Aliens for me soon.
So every game of Aliens, I imagine, starts off with, hello, you find yourself on a spaceship. I killed the android. Okay, and well, the game's over. That's
everybody go home. I actually asked if it was a campaign game at all, because I would imagine it's just one shots and then you're dead. Were you? I don't know. No, it wasn't with you, Thomas. We at a BGG we played. There was an Aliens card game that was like a living card game, kind of like when we play Arkham Horror, and it had this really interesting mechanic where when you got infected, a card was shuffled into your deck. And so you were going to die at some point and you had no idea when. And so every time you drew a card, you're just like, oh, it was a very short game.
That sounds terrifying.
Rob spent about an hour getting it all set up. And I think we played for 15 minutes before we all just died horribly. We have our usual awesome week of entertainment for you here at Quests and Chaos. Monday, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak. I happen to, we get a little inside information here, and I happen to know that we're closer to the end of Dragon of Icespire Peak than we are to the beginning, and that's kind of exciting. That's
oh, I hope so.
That's not saying much. When
well, all right, fair point.
When it was an 8-shot.
Yeah, that's right.
Now we're going to what, episode 34?
Fair point. James definitely deserves an award for stretching out his content. He's So Monday it's Dragon of Icefire Peak, and then Saturday we start off in the afternoon. What time are they starting this time, Thomas? Rime of the Frost Maiden.
We probably 1, but maybe noon. So you might as well just block off your whole day.
The boys in scheduling love when the start time is probably noon. That's so they start us off, and then Saturday night we close it out here with Quests and Cthulhu. We are very excited about the June 15th potential of reopening and having shows back in the studio. As much as you all want us to be back in the studio, we're about 17 times more wanting to all be together and playing and having the energy of being at the table. We are getting everybody vaccinated and getting I want to once again commend Thomas and Amy for the level of safety that they are taking with because probably there's a majority of cast that would be like, let's go in now. And we're being very cautious, and we're ready to go. And so that is commendable. And, June 15th is probably not a bad thought of when we might be all back together playing. Of course, as I said before we started, I don't make a plan for anything more than a week out because everything's going to change by then. So, we're going to under-promise and over-deliver. That is what we're going to do.
The Scotty way.
That's right. I think that's it for announcements. Did I miss anything? I'm going to say it on here since I said it on Discord. I have told Warren that I will play Carbon 2185 again. So it's looking like we're going to have more Carbon 2185 coming up soon.
That sounds like a in-person June event.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, I won't play if we're in person. I'm not in the same room as him. No, there you go. So Carbon 2185 coming soon, but right now it's Quests in Cthulhu. So friends, follow us down darker trails. And how the hell is that son of a bitch in that thing after me? Oh, are we back? Damn it. So welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
It's great to center myself, talk to my agent. Last time we closed out yes.
Can I jump in there? Because we skipped the whole segment on this show.
Oh, we didn't do math. When Amy's not here. Oh, man. By the way, Amy is a little under the weather today. Something about Amigo releasing pollen that has infested her, and she failed her sanity check and her con roll. So, Amy, feel better. We'll see you back here soon. We should have had her call in to do math. We should have
Amy is, when I left the house, asleep. So
that's how to do it.
Yeah, do it in the sleep.
Yeah.
All right, Thomas.
All right.
Let's
so
get to math.
I'm actually going to jump and go through a little bit of stuff here. So first off, I want to thank Malcolm XCab for 15 months of subscription. Appreciate it.
That's awesome.
That's
He's working up a Cthulhu module. You should run it in the Discord.
Yeah, ping me or Thomas, and we'll get that set up in a space for you. I've set up quite a few games: Vampire the Masquerade, D&D, Call of Cthulhu, so that y'all have space for it. Let me know. I'm more than happy to give y'all space in a Discord to run a game.
Yeah, and rephrase that. Contact Tiana about it.
Fair enough. Yes, contact me. I seem to be the point person on that sort of thing, and I'm cool with that. I'm always glad to encourage games with the community.
Puts himself last in the credits, sloughing off work on others. Jeez.
That's what this whole last week has been. He's been sloughing off editing work on me, and it's been great.
Yes. We've got Tamago Tora, 500 bits to restock up on some dynamite. I'm hoping that their inflation has not hit Reno.
When you own the building, are you sure you want dynamite in it?
No, we do not. We want an outbuilding to put it into.
I was going to say we could just keep it in the wagon. And then I was like,
Oh, God, if I could blow up the shaggin' wagon.
You know what? We'll just strap it to the horse. The horse isn't going to make it anyways. We've established that. So the horse...
Do they make horse-sized garter belts? I mean, really, this is a question that...
Please do not bing that. Please.
Rule of 34, friends. Rule of 34.
We have the Hefner with 1,000 bits, 1-in-1. Back to his old tricks. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Hef. That's awesome. So nice to have he's the good mod, right?
I think so. It's hard to tell. I mean, bad mod. Maybe that's...
It's like bad cop. We like having those around.
So we then Tamago Tora playing a bad friend with 500 bits for Ezra because there's hold on, what is this? They have too much sand.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's true.
Campaign.
I don't know what game he's watching, but I don't think it's this one.
Well,
I'm just going to jump through these. I'm going through the chat. The Thomas Reed's chat. It's really what it is. Vanna Lossman, 28 months. Thank you.
Isn't that longer than we've been doing this?
No, it's not. Because I actually started subscribing about 3 months after Chaos Agent started. 3 or 4 months. I don't remember which.
Well, now they know your username.
They already knew my username.
I didn't.
Yeah. My handle is
in Ezra's defense. He doesn't watch this.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fair.
So one other bit that we forgot was it is AAPI Heritage Month, and every week that we run this, I will be spotlighting Asian AAPI creators in the tabletop space. And this time I want to talk about the Asians Represent podcast, which is an amazing group, a collective of different AAPI voices. For you D&D fans, they do a brutal vivisection of the first edition Oriental Adventures book. From an AAPI perspective, it is the epitome of white guy. It is a cultural appropriation, left, right, center, up, and down. It is unfortunate, but they do a great job of pointing out all the ways it could have been done better. And that's actually what I like about what they do, is that they take any sort of ham-handed use of AAPI culture or characters or whatever, and they talk about how they could have done it better. Right now, they're talking about the latest set of Magic cards, which had a whole AAPI veneer to it, but was hit and miss. So the Asians Represent podcast, fantastic. They're doing cool work. They also do actual plays, and they just ran a really cool one-shot. There is a very cool story game called Ross's Rifles that's about a military crew, and they ran a retheme of that to Star Wars. So they were all clone troopers.
Oh, fun.
And it was a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. So Asians Represent podcast, check it out. And
Ezra, can I jump in here?
Yeah, please.
At this moment, because last session, you highlighted some of our amazing API players on this channel.
It's true.
And I thought it would be worthwhile to thank them all.
Mention the others.
So Matthew Bridges and Laura Domingo, both API, creators, as well as James and Tossie. So, just wanted
all fabulous content creators, and thank you for that. It's important. Here's white people. Here's something we will learn. We try to be great, and when we aren't great, you say thank you for correcting me. So thank you for fixing that for me, because we're all going to make mistakes, and all you can do is just do better next time. That is the story of all of us that want to increase the representation of people of every kind in gaming. So if you mess up somebody's pronouns, just say, okay, great, thank you for correcting me. If you dead name someone, same thing, just, do better next time. So Matt, Laura, sorry, and you will be on my list from now on. Thank you for that, Thomas. Okay, so last time we wrapped up Sunspots, and you mostly saved the town of Brighton. You left it burning, but you saved it, so it's sort of,
Hey, they killed one of me, so they can burn to the ground.
To be fair, though, you hated that version of you.
It doesn't matter. You cannot let someone kill one of you, because then they're going to think they can do it again.
Oh, there is that.
That's a fair point, but
I hadn't really considered that. It's never come up. So yeah, you worked through figuring out that poor Denby Partridge was a patsy for his partner, Rebecca Newman, who had been working on misleading translations to give him information, and to try and have the ritual go and give her all of the cosmic power that he was trying to destroy. Luckily, you kept her from that, and you, as always, my big bad guys really just don't do very well. It's I need to just keep sending minions at you, because the big bad guys always end up getting aced really quickly. And you found your way out with both the Dr. Peterson and his daughter Susan. And on the way out, Dr. Peterson gave you the bar that he had in Reno, because he wants to take Susan back to the back home, back east. And that was pretty much it. And so we're going to start off with doing skill checks. So go ahead and do all your skill checks, and we're going to give you some sanity and some luck back for things you did well.
Right.
so no sanity and no luck is what you're saying.
Does somebody want to read Dead Boy 42's word for word bits donation?
Kind of, but
Wow. Wow. Yeah. All right. So Dead by 42 gave 500 bits, I'm guessing, to the players.
probably.
It's unclear. Abe isn't here, so all caps: sex cult, whiskey, sausage, hangover, sex cult, shaggin' wagon. If this cart's a rockin', Cthulhu come a knockin'. Maybe check your med levels.
It's like Abe is here all of a sudden.
And also, Jay Matthews,
85.
my second favorite. Yeah, my second favorite.
Abe?
Oh, but Abe's not here, so.
Oh, then we got to give to Ezra. That was a wild ride on my part.
Now it's time for Thomas Reed's part of the chat.
I mean, you only read the part that you like. Isn't that how this works?
That's right. Yeah. Speaking of the parts I like, I want to shout out the Baroness, who we have not mentioned in far too long on this podcast, and the job she's doing on the newsletter and with her Baroness's chat in the Discord, asking the spicy questions. It is wonderful to have her as part of the Quest and Chaos family. So yeah, you go ahead and do your skill checks, and then you saved the town. You sent Azathoth back. You left it burning, so everybody's going to get 7 sanity back. Wow. And for the way that you dealt with Rebecca Newman, whoa, you're going to get 6 luck back. Man, these Saguaro dice are rolling crazy.
They're rolling great for us.
Yeah, really. I hope they keep it up for me.
We'll have to remember to tell Amy that she has an extra 7 sanity and 6 luck.
You don't need to bring it up.
I
don't see how it's germane.
It's not Jermaine, it's Amy.
Ah, it's Tito.
Nice.
Good.
And so you are you're in the unfortunately named wagon, in the dead boy wagon.
Unfortunate, according to whom?
You hate to work blue. And over the course of 6 hours, you make it back to Reno, and Peterson essentially puts you in front of the bar and introduces you to the manager, a man named Gabe. And he says, Gabe is usually the man behind the bar. He's a character, but he's a good man. He's your problem now. So Susan and I are going to go get on a train, and they walk off. He gives you an actual printed deed to the building, and in front of you is one of the nicer buildings in Reno. It is a very recently built 2-story wooden saloon with from the outside it looks like some bedrooms upstairs and a wide open saloon area outside. There is room on either. There's a barn in the back, and there's also room for some extensions on the side where you could put in some areas. You now have a saloon.
As Dr. Peterson is about to walk away, I'm like, what? Could you at least pop your head in and just tell that gentleman?
Oh, sure.
Giving us the bar, because I'd hate to have a whole thing about it.
He knocks. He knocks on the door, which is a swinging door, but he still knocks on it, and he goes, "Gabe, are you decent? Am I ever?"
Oh no.
Well, it's a fair point. Gabe, I want to introduce you to the new owners of this establishment. What was your name again?
Who's he looking at?
He just sort of looks back at all of you.
Abe would jump up at that point.
Yeah, that's right. Abe,
yeah, no,
100%
like,
right. Abe's
yep.
just like Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. This is Abe Froman. Great. Okay, well, we're catching the 10:25 out of here, so enjoy.
Right. Well.
Oh, this is a nice place.
And so I assume as you go inside, you push the doors aside. The inside is beautiful. The tables are a beautiful dark hardwood. There is a chandelier hanging down. It's all candles. There is it is a wide open bar area with tables, a very long bar. There is a small stage with a piano, and in the middle left of the room, a sweeping staircase that leads up to the second floor, where the offices and the rooms are there. And behind the bar is a man wearing a beautiful showgirl dress. This is a very hirsute man with a full beard and a cigar in his mouth, and he's cleaning a glass, and he says, "Hey, pleased to meet you." I'm Gabe.
Abe.
Oprah,
Uh,
Uma.
Uma.
That's gonna get us canceled.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Gabe.
Yeah. So, why'd the doc give this place up?
Poker game.
Oh,
West, the West is a bit too wild for him, so he's heading back east with his girl.
yeah. Well, his daughter was a little too nice for this town.
Are you sure this town can't be nice?
Oh no, it's a great town. I love this place.
Is there a blacksmith shop here?
In Reno, probably. But there's always room for more. You look like a blacksmith.
Yeah, that's what I do.
She's quite an excellent blacksmith, so I reckon she'll have the town pounding down our door.
Well, there you go. It's it's the diversification of income streams.
Susanna gives him a very impressed look.
Does Abe perk up at that? It's like,
Abe read about that at Harvard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I went to IUPUI. Sorry.
Iowa?
Illinois.
Well,
Do you like sausage?
We're about to serve a lot of sauce.
He looks down at his outfit. He goes, "The hell's that mean?"
No.
Abe's dad runs Windy City Sausage.
Oh, all right. So we're gonna serve food.
Yes.
Wow, this is a classy joint.
We've got everything here.
Well, let me tell you, we got at least 6 months of hooch in the back there.
all right. Well, that's a good place to start.
We haven't done. Doc wanted to wait to do the open.
Well, we might want to wait a little bit longer then if we're going to get food going in here and that sort of thing. Is there a kitchen back there?
No, but we could, we could get a fire going.
I reckon we can get one built. Would you mind, Gabe, giving us the tour of the place?
Oh, sure. All right, so this is the show floor. You got seating for about 40. That chandelier, you have to. It's a bitch to light, but you gotta bring it down, light all the candles, put it back up there. Then upstairs here, we got an office and 7 rooms. We were, the doc wasn't sure if he's going to rent them out or not.
Do you stay in one of them, or do you have a place here in town?
Oh no, I got a place.
Well, we might want to take 5 of those. I say, looking at the others.
Hey, it's your bar.
Well, once we start running it, we're going to want all the income that we can get.
Yeah, but
Oh, you went to business school.
Yeah, but the less that we're having to spend on lodging ourselves, the better it'll be.
I'm just saying, yeah, for now, but we should think of it as a short-term
Sure.
situation.
Are we all going to work here?
Why
Well,
not?
You're gonna bust tables?
Sure. Beats doing some of the other stuff we've been doing.
Well, then I guess we don't have to hire any girls.
At least not yet. I imagine as we get more successful, we'll want to start hiring.
Can any of you play the piano?
No.
I can. Can any of you 10 bar?
I was going to say, where is your harmonica?
Elias pulls out his harmonica and plays it about as well as I can. So
You knew this was coming up, Thomas. Why didn't you have it in your hands?
I had forgotten where I had put it.
There we go.
My dice bag.
Of course.
Fabulous dice bag that Tiana made for me. Anyway.
So if I'm gonna be the piano player, who's gonna be watching? Who's gonna be minding the bar?
I could do some bar tending.
I mean, I
Could as
think
well.
we might. I mean, are we jumping ahead here? I mean, honestly, a business like this should be able to afford help, and people need jobs when they're getting off the train heading west.
Well, let's see how let's see how the opening goes.
Hey, you're the bosses.
I mean, we don't have any income right now, so until we have that, what are we hiring them with?
Well, but and I'll kind of give Jared a little bit of a look, like without saying it, we have some savings.
No, that's my money.
Not yours necessarily, but all of ours. Like we all have money.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a look at the deed to make sure that a bank doesn't own the mortgage on this place or anything like that.
Nope, it was owned completely by Dr. Peterson, and now it is in, he didn't put a name on it, but you have the deed, so possession.
Yeah.
9/10.
We should probably find a lawyer in town and
He told you that he was going to send a letter to you,
Oh, okay.
an official letter that would send, saying that this is in your name.
Well, do we want to wait for that letter to come in, and in the meantime, see if we can get people hired to get things set up? I mean, okay, so I, the player, do not have a sense of the economics of what a daily wage for someone working at a bar would be.
Yeah, it is. We're not going to get that granular. The bar will do well enough, as long as it's not on fire or anything like that. That it will, if you can hire reasonable staff that you need.
Okay, because I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, Susanna by herself has $200. Like that.
That's not gonna. That'll go a ways.
Like we have money to drop into this to hire staff before the bar starts making money, and this will make money because it's one of the only ones.
So you're probably going to need to use your own personal money for the improvements that you're going to want to do, but the basic operation of the bar and stuff is baked into the costs of it.
Cool.
It's baked into the business.
Yeah, I'm assuming Jonesy's gonna do an addition to.
You get the blacksmith.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying I'd like to put in a printing press.
Yeah.
And if we have a blacksmith, why not run a stable?
I mean, there's a barn already, so.
And a kitchen.
Yeah, we'll need to add a kitchen. We'll need to have the outbuilding for the printing press and another outbuilding for the blacksmith, preferably not next to each other because you two will hate each other by the end of that.
One on either side.
Yeah.
There
we go.
That works.
Right.
Like,
printing press and pressing metal. It'd be good.
nice. And I mean, we could probably use the office. I guess it depends on how big the office is. We could get a couple desks in there. One of them can just be Elias's for doing writing stuff, and the other one is for the running of the bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to get as into this as we did with the irregular tavern. Damn it.
I mean, eventually too, having somebody to, to take advertisements and additional writing and whatnot.
I can bullshit.
Can you type?
How hard can it be?
Harder than you think.
Yeah.
Wow.
The worst part is that now in the year of our Lord 2021, that is exactly how I type. I'm very quick with my two index fingers, but I am a hunt and pecker.
Oh, wow.
I know it drives Thomas nuts.
I haven't noticed, and unfortunately now you've said something.
Yeah, I'm very quick at it because I learned in chat rooms when I was 13 and 14 when you had to be really fast to keep up with the conversation.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who do that. I learned the traditional typing way, so it's hard for me to do hunt and peck.
I technically learned the traditional way. I was just never very good at it.
Yeah, I'm in that bucket.
I just did a little brief research on the cost of a printing press. And the interesting thing is I didn't find anything about 1870, but there are people who've done the research of figuring out how much a printing press cost in the Renaissance. And it was in current dollars over $300,000.
So printing press and typewriter are both actually in the Down Darker Trails.
Well, there
Yeah, I
you
could
go.
have sworn I saw
Really?
them in.
Should really look at that book.
Thomas,
It does not have a blacksmith shop, though. That's
Oh,
All right, so yeah, you'll hire some folks, and you're gonna spend some time getting this all kitted out. Gabe will say, "What should we call this place?" I was calling it Gabe's.
yeah. I don't know about that. It sounds too close to Abe's, and we don't want that to get to his head.
Gabe's like,
Nah.
yeah, that's
Sorry.
all.
Sorry, Abe. All of our names are going to be on the deed once we get that all sorted out.
we could call it Pound It Down. And then now we have the pounding and we have the other.
I like the sound of that.
For marketing reasons,
Nick is so mad.
What?
Scrap everything, or
No.
What? I thought that was perfect.
It's pretty clever because it covers the blacksmith, the print and press, and the drinking. But I mean,
Right.
Sure, that's why. Yeah.
It's not
But-
perfect.
but it doesn't really encapsulate us as a group, if that makes sense.
the calamity zone.
That's much better.
Calamities.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That
I'm gonna throw one out there. The silver bullet, because it solves all your problems.
Werewolves.
No,
If we call it the silver bullet, we're going to be inundated with werewolves.
No, they stay
Or
away.
they'll stay away. Wait a minute.
yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
beg your
and-
pardon.
Well, and also, Elias, if you think about it, we all met because of a silver mine. So silver makes sense, and
Oh, yeah.
God knows we certainly shoot a hell of a lot. I like silver.
Silver and
I beg your
bullets.
pardon?
Silver and bullets.
I mean, there's also the aliens. I mean, so there's that.
I beg your pardon.
Just like purposely. I mean, and then, interactions with gods. I mean, yeah, the whole angels. I mean, everything.
So, Gabe, one of the things that you're going to have to learn about us is that we joke around a lot, and it's harmless fun most of the time.
We're such good friends. It just comes out.
Why did
Yeah.
you put most of the time on that?
Well, some of the time we're serious. You have to be. Yeah, you have to be serious some of the time if you're running a business.
I just want to go back to that werewolf thing.
Oof.
You like
Both
werewolves?
sounds like a great idea, actually. Jonesy, how soon do you think you could get up and running?
Oof. Well, I need an anvil and I need fire and I need more hammers.
Supply of coal, I imagine.
The
Yeah.
hammers are cheap, so we can get you those.
But
that's
I mean, having silver bullets around is probably not a bad idea.
Oh, for like the
Oh,
theme of the theme.
well, then I'd need molds for them. I need mold for that, and then we'd need the silver.
I mean, why do we need bullets? It's not like anybody's going to be shooting at us.
It's a
A lo-
it's a saloon bar tavern. People always shoot there.
Nobody brings a gun to a bar fight.
Which bar fights have you been in?
I had my share of scrapes. That's why I always keep
Yes.
a cudgel behind the bar.
I've got my cudgels.
You're the one talking about shooting everything.
Gabe,
Well-
how good are you with a shotgun?
Well, I'm all right. I mean, you don't really miss with a shotgun, but I don't think you want to shoot that inside a bar.
Not if we don't have to, but you know,
You're gonna miss everybody. You're gonna.
It's
I mean, look, a fight starts. You let them blow off a little steam. You throw them out. You don't go shooting people.
But we're not talking about real silver bullets. We're just talking about silver cast in the shape of bullets for the theme of the bar.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece.
like getting a chip at the casino. Yeah?
Ooh.
You're gonna give people that come in the bar a silver bullet?
No.
No.
Oh, that. Well,
That's
We
gonna
could
get
have
the
a
high
expensive.
rollers, right?
somewhere. Oh.
hmm.
Anyway,
But I do like the name.
I have to do this. Sorry.
I still like Gabe's.
I have to do this. It's just too. I can't. It's going to be really hard to see.
Wow,
Can't
that is
see
very.
it. Can't see it.
Do you want me to go get mine?
Here, I'll go get mine. You keep talking.
What?
That's the other thing from the studio. I just haven't made it down your way because you live so freaking far away.
Anyway, these are fantastic whiskey tumblers from the Silver Bullet Saloon.
They're cool and
It's-
I love them.
Look, I don't want to say that this is a soulless merch grab.
I'll say it. It's a soulless merch grab.
So soon you too can get your own silver bullet, and there's a little werewolf there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a
Yeah?
little
Yeah.
werewolf there. You can see that. These are made with the best leaded glass 1870 has to offer. Look for those soon. Coming to stores nowhere near you.
Yes. But next week on this very program, we were going to give away a set of 2 of these.
Wow. Next week.
Why
So-
wait till next week? Do it now. Do it now. If you're showing them now, do it now.
We're giving away
All
dice.
right.
This is you gotta
Both.
wet the whistle.
You
You
can
show
have
a
more than
little
one
leg. It's
giveaway.
the dance. It's
You can
All
give
right.
away more stuff.
All right. So how about this? How about this? We'll do one giveaway at the break, and then if we hit a raid, we'll do the whiskey tumblers.
there we go.
All right. That works.
So Gabe is once you start talking about aliens and werewolves and gods, he gets very uninterested and he goes back down to the bar and cleaning glasses.
Perfect.
Cool.
So yeah, so I kind of gather. Do you guys want to? Okay, now that Gabe is gone, I don't know. We probably need to send in expense report. Did we? Oh yeah, we need to expense a wagon, right?
Yep.
And a tent that went on the wagon, plus some other materials. Yeah.
Plus the horses.
The horses,
Um,
yeah. And then I guess the real question is, and I'll look around at the others, are we staying with the Pinkertons? Because if we are, we need to tell them that we're setting up shop here. And if we're not, well, we kind of need to tell them that.
Yeah. If nothing else, we should request a leave of absence.
I mean,
I
because-
could honestly use a break from what they've been pointing
Yeah.
us at.
because
I was-
I mean they're gonna know that we finished the mission because Dr. Peterson's gonna write to them so that we can get paid, and hopefully he don't remember anything that happened in Brighton.
We could send them an accurate report of what happened, and then maybe they'd just be done with us.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said about being a private investigator. I mean, especially if we have a bar that's kind of running itself and we can stay above it for No
We want to
cost.
go.
Yeah,
We want
yeah.
to go
Let's
find people
here.
again. Is that what we want to see if we can find people, or what?
Go
What would
back
we
to
do?
go back to some form of normality, maybe. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah.
sticking our nose into things we don't need to. Just
And it's kind of stretch and wince a little bit because I'm still recovering from someone shooting me in the back.
Well, I mean, come on. This happens to everybody.
I'm gonna start wearing armor around you lot.
They have that?
No, but I'm going to figure it out anyway.
Sorry. I'm gonna jump around. Because I had forgot to say it earlier when it happened. 500 bits from Terrence Dark.
Nice. Terrence Trent Darky. Oh, no, that didn't sound good. I retract that.
No, yeah, take that back.
Thank you,
Okay.
Terrence Dark. That is awesome.
Yeah. Cheers.
So yeah, you've got the room. So yeah, what are you you're sending an expense report. You find your expense reports get paid a lot more attention when they don't include a resignation letter with them.
Yeah.
Well, you delay.
No.
You send in the
Right.
expense report, then I don't know. Are we just going to send the accurate report idea?
I
mean-
don't think so because That-
What does it even mean?
well,
I'm with Jared on this. Like we took care of something pretty serious in Brighton. I mean, it almost got some of us killed.
Do we want to just say there was various cults there and we broke them up?
There was an everlasting sun in the sky.
and we're gonna be the only ones who remember that. If they ask anyone else, including Dr. Peterson and Susan, they ain't gonna remember. You saw how Susan was when she got broken out of being whatever she was calling herself. Can't remember.
Yeah,
I
she
think-
tried to kill me.
Yeah, because she wanted that stone back, I bet.
I don't know if that's
I have a feeling if they didn't remember, they wouldn't have left so fast. They were out of here faster. They gave us this bar and got the hell out of town. I have
It's
a
a
feeling
hush
that
bar.
do we even send that last? I mean, I think do we need to send the expense report? We just got a bar.
Because you can always turn down money. You send this.
But if we send the expense report, doesn't the Pinkertons then own the Shaggin' Wagon?
Ooh, yeah.
And
Well-
the horses that we're gonna want?
What about the rent that we had the hotel in Brighton?
Well, that was all part of the job that they sent us to do. So I think we definitely expense all of that, including the bits that we didn't actually pay for because no one was charging.
Shh, shh,
Yeah, I don't think we spent any money on that.
shh. Yes, we did. We stayed in the finest. We stayed in the finest accommodations.
But I do think that we need to decide: are we staying with the Pinkertons and becoming their out west branch? Are we going to strike out on our own and tell them as much? Maybe they'll want to contract us out for something here and there.
Or we have a regular life. That's on the table too.
Out here
Yeah.
in the west, what do you count
As regular as it gets in Reno.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like trouble keeps getting attracted to us, even when we try to do perfectly normal things.
No, we stick our nose in trouble.
No, we really don't. We go to places because people ask us to.
We go where there's trouble. What's this person have? A problem. Go stick your nose in it.
Well, yeah, that's part of being an investigator.
Yeah.
Just kind of in general.
Eh.
So are you saying just run a bar in Reno, retire?
Or a Smith or a local newspaper. Lots of options.
Oh, it sounds good for a while, but I got wandering feet. I don't think I'd be able to stick with that forever. Having it as a place to come back to, sure, but I would like to leave the option open to tell the Pinkertons, hey, we're available for contract work now and again, but we have the option to turn things down. Contractors, independent investigators, instead of being their employees.
It's a very diverse source of income.
Very, very diverse. And tell them, leave us alone for a few months. We're still recovering from the last bullshit you put us through.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, right? The Pinkertons had us like as soon as we were done with something, they had something else for us.
Yeah.
And I think, it's slowing down a little bit and maybe, opening up a bar, writing a book.
What are you going to write a book about, Elias? What are you going to write a book about, Elias?
An amazing rifleman? Maybe.
I don't believe you.
Never shot anyone in the back, that rifleman.
What a lucky bunch of people that rifleman had around him.
What do you think, Jonesy?
I am tired. I would like to stay someplace for a while and make real things. But I know it won't last forever. Let's keep it open with the Pinkertons. Let's keep it open with them, but get our money, and we can talk about resigning again later.
Well, but if we tell them that we finished the mission, and I think we're going to have to, because Peterson's going to tell them pretty soon.
Yeah.
They're going to be telling us to hair off some other part of God only knows where.
We tell them no.
Something else.
We tell them we are making a base.
No, we just tell them no. We don't get them in our business. If they know about this, that it came from him, they could consider it a part of the payment, and they could claim it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of that. Yeah.
So my thought is this, that we wire them today, even if we can, to give them the expense report. And then in a day, maybe 2 days time after we've gotten the money, we tell them we're resigning from regular employment. But we are available for contract work after we have finished establishing ourselves in Reno. We'll let you know.
Well, I got the expense report ready if you need me to. Worked on that on the way over. Turned it all out in my head.
Well, as long as the expenses get divvied up amongst everyone.
And I will take a look at it too with my accounting skills. I will take a look at this too.
Jonesy's got the accounting, yeah.
Boy, does she.
Someone can actually run this place? What?
Right? We actually have a Silvano in the group? What?
Yeah, so you can send that off. You're not putting the wagon on there, so we'll just say that between the 5 of you, you each get $20.
Okay.
And that will be wired, that's wired the next day. And along with it is the Pinkertons saying, and we have your next mission.
Right. And there it is. So as soon as, the money comes in and we get it for each other, for ourselves, I'm going to recommend that we write up a telegram saying, thank you very much for the consideration. Stop. where we are branching out on our own to become private investigators here. Stop.
Stop.
We're shot in the back, need time to recover. Stop.
Stare at Elias. But basically be like, we're resigning. We are available for contract work, but we are setting up a base of operations here in Reno. We will send if you want to hire us for contract work under the Pinkerton umbrella, with the option to turn down our missions, we will send you a telegram when our base of operations is established here in Reno. However you say that in that long ass message in a short telegram.
It's a very long message. For
We quit. Stop.
What? Just out of curiosity, did it say what the next job was and how much?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I mean,
Elias is
not that I-
probably like.
The
Not that I'll
next job
entertain it.
was
Another
busting
missing
a
daughter.
potential union among Chinese rail workers in Utah.
Oh,
Utah,
Mm.
no. Busting a union, no.
No.
Chinese rail workers, no.
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 wait, but that all sounds easy.
Does it?
Does it? With all of
Does
the things,
it?
with all the things they've been sending us into, I would not be surprised if someone has summoned some sort of an angel or a demon to help back up their
Or
effort.
a dragon.
All right, that would be pretty cool. But
No.
I thought we were due for werewolves.
no,
Sadly, union busting is what Pinkerton did best. That
Yep.
was
Yeah.
a huge part of their work.
No, that's another good reason for us to be able to not do that anymore.
right? Because I'm a little wibbly. Well, Susanna's a little wibbly on the subject of unions, but she's also like, if that's what they want to do, then let them do their thing. So-
All right, so you send off the second telegram.
I'm checking with everyone else. Are you guys good with us being like, we're open for contract work probably in about 4 months after we've built a blacksmith, a newspaper, and a rent out stable?
Oh, just
Getting some-
say it's medical leave. Be like, we've been put through the frickin' ringer. Like, we are not functional right now. We will consider future offers, but we will not commit to anything.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So there is no response to that, at
Okay.
least not for a while.
So I think, yeah, I mean, spending the next, I don't know if we're gonna jump ahead, but spending the next days kind of building out
Yeah.
this
Yeah, so-
place.
Stocking
Actually-
up on sausage.
What we're going to do before we go to break is we're going to do a little bit of world building here. And so Reno is very much a blank slate. And so what I want to do is I want to get from each of you adding something to the town to give it some color, whether it's a business that you want to work with, if there's like a competing bar or something like that, if there are characters that you want to have show up, if there are particular things that you want to have in there. So what's a business that you want Reno to have?
You ask the deep questions.
Right away too.
Give us more time. That's
Well, so how big?
Matt's
how
going to
big-
do it for question.
How big is Reno at this point?
So Reno in 1870 is already 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So it's and it grew very quickly. It's gone from starting about 15 years ago to being 1,000 people. It is a major boom town.
So they wouldn't have like a farmer's market or something like that, because I was thinking that might be a good place for us to get things for
They
our
probably
kitchen.
have like a bazaar kind of thing where farmers bring a market day where farmers bring their stuff in.
Yeah.
And get it all taken care of.
That would be a good way to stock our kitchen.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what the local agriculture would be like, but yeah, having a grain and whatnot for having a local brewery or distillery.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So Reno is still, you're in the high desert. There's a mountain. It's mountainous. Reno is right before the mountains get really high. And it is still pretty deserty. So there is some ranching going on. Not a lot of like big farming going on.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is something that Abe would be into, but I mean, with the rail coming through and his, at least connections, having some sort of importer place to be able to get in, whiskey and goods and, all this
Like
stuff.
a mercantile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercantile.
It's a good idea.
And I mean, a place of 1,000 people probably has another saloon, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about places to get like, fancier clothes, because while this is on the frontier, people are starting to put down roots, and so they're a nicer clothes shop that I imagine is that a lot.
In the frontier in 1870, most of your nicer clothes would come from either traveling salesmen or the Sears catalog.
Apparently, my great-grandparents' house was ordered from the Sears catalog.
So my buddy Steven, when he runs Call of Cthulhu, he has a copy of the 1920 Sears catalog. And when the last part of character creation is everybody rolls randomly and they pick something from that page from the Sears catalog. And one guy rolled the house and he's like, I've got a house.
That's epic.
So it's apparently a very nice house too. Like,
oh yeah, no, it's
those things were cool. And they came out in flat pack boxes.
No, the Sears catalog had everything back in the day, and in 1870 it was going strong. So that was where a lot of your stuff came from.
Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me, because it sounds like mostly what this place is. Yeah, there's ranching, but it seems like it's trade and entertainment.
Yeah,
trade and entertainment.
Having a nice like clothing store in the area would almost make sense just between those two things.
Could be a dance hall or something like that where
It
they
could very well be a dance hall. Yeah,
I think that would be cool.
There are probably several dance halls and brothels and that sort of thing. And in a town of 1,000 people, there are certainly other places. What is the name of the main casino in town that is somewhat of a competitor of yours?
The Reno Duchess, obviously.
The Duchess. No, the Duchess is a hotel. I think the Duchess.
Yeah.
It can be a hotel casino. You can mix the two.
But it is. Here's the gimmick. Here's the gimmick of the Duchess. It's a riverboat that has been transported over rail.
That is outstanding.
To be
yes.
Oh, I like that.
No, I want the casino to be called "What Are the Odds?"
What are the odds? I don't know if pun names were really
or odds and ends, or that could be a good one for a casino brothel. And
Duchess steamboat.
But the Duchess steamboat, yes, the steamboat.
The Duchess is the nicest hotel in Reno, and it is a transplanted riverboat. That is outstanding.
That's awesome.
Love it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's a casino, and I actually like odds and ends.
Odds and ends is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is the name of your main competitor as a bar?
The werewolf.
Yeah. No, I was thinking something like brawny or something
a little on the nose.
The garlic steak.
Garlic.
Yes. Yeah. You got the werewolves. We got the vampires. We're all taken care of.
Garlic steak. I love that. The
That's more of a
stakeout would be a good one too. The
than a
stakeout
bar.
would be a good one.
Stakeout could be one. Yeah.
Yeah, because they could have food there too, right? We have sausages; they'd have more.
Oh,
No.
you can't compete with sausages.
No. The idea of alcohol and food together with ours. They're the lesser.
Got it.
No, they would totally go in for that. Well, like, what would be their gimmicky food that we detest?
Or garlicky steak.
No,
That's outstanding. The chat is suggesting that one of the hotels be called the Backup Hotel.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, called the Backup. Oh, I love it.
We have to.
All right, the Backup is another hotel.
Wait a second. So that means when the Great Dane Society visits our hotel, it's the one that gets burnt down, and then they go to the Backup Hotel.
That's why we're not running a hotel. That's the point. We don't rent out the rooms. They don't.
No, we need the extra income. More money. We take on the risk.
If we don't rent out the rooms, we don't get Elias with dynamite.
We just
dynamite. Yes.
Look, we just get dynamite/fire insurance, and we rent out the rooms, knowing what's going to happen.
So we burned the place down a couple of times to collect the insurance money.
Not on purpose, but Yes.
We let the Great Dane stay there. That sounds like an inciting incident.
And sorry, what is your party name? Great Dane Society? Get the hell out of here!
Yes.
Can they kick you out of a
Straight to the
town when
back.
you own a bar there? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm talking
All
about
right.
the time traveling Great Dane
Terrible.
Society that's going to
Obviously.
come back and wreck
That's
our,
coming back, yes.
Well, right,
Yeah.
because we established that Emma does time traveling. She's
Yeah.
a time traveling pope.
Jeez.
All right. And what is a long-term problem that Reno is facing?
werewolves.
Oh.
So,
It can be mundane.
Reno's a silver town, isn't it? So maybe there are competing
Mining?
yeah, mining companies that are squabbling over the various
Yeah.
Oh, unions. Unions, and we have to shut them down and break them up.
Oh my goodness.
but only in our town because it's our town to run, damn it.
That's awesome. All right, there's definitely a bar in town called the Gosh Darn Saloon, or GDS for short. That is
Oh
Tom
no.
Clancy suggested that. I like it.
Well done, Bomb Clancy. I love it.
Oh, okay. There is a competing newspaper called the Morning Lodestar.
I like
right.
it. I like it.
Only good for a morning load.
Ooh. Well, what are you going to call your paper?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All the news.
Unfortunately,
That's
cracking the
breaking.
case wide open doesn't really fit on the masthead.
Yeah, no.
Cracked case. The Reno case.
I'm
All
gonna have
about
to
that
think about
case.
it.
It's all about the case.
Is this where we go to the pound it down?
Yes.
Back up?
I
No,
love that.
that's gonna be the name of the shop, the Pounded Down. Right next to the saloon. Got to do it.
You're gonna have people going in there very confused as to. All
I
right.
just tell them go next door. Go next door.
Yeah, it might. You know what? The Rena.
You're
Something
my
dispatch.
type. That's what it
The
is.
Silver Dispatch. The
Ooh.
Silver Dispatch isn't
Dispatch.
bad.
No, that's not bad.
The bullet dispatch. Quick printing. Good
Quick
printing
draw.
quick.
Quick draw. Yeah.
I do like Silver Dispatch.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I do that. I like that.
Okay. Any other long-term problems? We have the competing mining companies.
How's the water situation in Reno?
It's not great. There are wells, but there are not a ton of them. There's a lot of it's mainly mountain runoff is the main source of water.
Well, with how deep the winter has been in the mountains, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a wet spring for sure.
Mm.
Oh, alien abductions.
You know,
Cattle periodically go missing. Yeah, there's some cow punchers in the or bandits in the area.
Yeah,
Those damn
bandits. Yeah, I
aliens
can see
taking
that.
our
Or
cows.
who are people who poachers, kind of like that, for cows.
Poachers. What are they called? There's a term
Rustlers.
for them.
Rustlers.
Thank you.
I knew
I mean-
it was in there. I had to find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Accessing.
Yeah. I apologize. I had my second shot of the vaccine on Wednesday, and my brain is still trying to catch up because body making antibodies is exhausting work.
Oh man. So are we going to have a break, or are we doing something else?
Yeah, we'll do a break in a little bit. Yeah.
We haven't started any fires. I don't see how we could possibly, and we do need to get that dynamite. Ooh, what's the local dynamite situation? Is that sketchy? Is that an ongoing
No,
problem?
it's surprisingly good. This is a mining town.
Surprisingly robust.
So
I don't
there
know.
is
I'm
a-
afraid there one shipment of dynamite doesn't come in. People panic buy, and all of a sudden,
You've got bags
blow
of dynamite in the back of your car.
Apparently that was debunked. Apparently that was a thing of people in Mexico stealing gasoline back in like 2019 or something.
There we go.
Oh, but I did see the person with all the cans that they.
Yes,
put on.
that one's real, and that one was recent. I mean, the other one was real too, but it didn't have anything to do with the short.
Gotcha. Yeah, but the cans one was, yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
Uh,
I do fact checking. It's a thing.
all right, so we've got some stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a break, and we're going to give away a set of Birds of Paradise dice. Are we giving away the big ones? What are we giving away?
No. We're going to work up to those over
All
time.
right, yeah.
I think we're going to start with, I don't even know what these are called. These are the sandstone.
Oh, I think I got a set of those too. Those are really nice. The desert sandstone, the kind of brownish ones.
The light brown ones, because there's the light brown ones and there's the reddish brown ones.
So let's do the light brown ones.
I think that's this, right, Thomas?
No,
Yes.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that.
Dude,
It does look
Throw
like
'em at
this.
the camera.
My camera's way over there.
Yeah.
Throw hard.
I have one of them still here.
All right, so we are giving away a set of dice that is probably brown. You saw it on the camera there from that far away.
It's either
So that is
brown or
going to
red brown.
be #chaos at the break, and we will be back just as soon as five people can use 5 bathrooms. Wow, the math got weird now. We'll be back. You know, we spend years, I mean years, trying to build up credibility, trying to create a brand that has ethics and honesty, and then something like this happens. I want to personally apologize to every single viewer that is not Bomb Clancy, because her reign of terror will not end until she is apparently wearing every Quests and Chaos t-shirt, drinking out of 7 Quests and Chaos mugs, rolling 37 Birds of Paradise, all the while drinking all of your tea. And you know what, friends? That's not okay. It's not. And I'm here to tell you that I see you. I see you, and I understand how much this hurts. Bomb Clancy, just stop. Just win's enough. You've made your point. You can win any contest you want to win. That's fine. At what point do you give someone else a chance? That's all we're saying. Just give someone else a chance. That's all. It's not hard. Just, let somebody else win every once in a while. That's all. We're going to go on somehow. And I want you all to know that it's tough for us. It's hard. And we're just as much a pawn in her whatever evil game she's playing as all of you are. And it sickens me. It really does. It sickens me. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Congratulations, Bob.
Congratulations. Win the tumblers next.
Enjoy the dice. They're great.
And unlike Suez Canal tea, these are here in stock.
But you won't get them until Tiana goes to Seattle.
Fun fact, that may be happening sooner than you think.
There you go. We only deliver things by Tiana. That is the only way that
it is a great way to write off plane tickets.
She just has a real problem with going to Quebec.
I don't speak the language. I don't want to be sneered at in Canadian and French.
In Canadian and in French.
That is a threshold. In all fairness, I'll back off on that one.
I mean, if it was just French, that's fine.
Exactly. If I was
when they put A on the end of it.
Yeah, it's like s'il vous plaît, eh?
If I was getting sneered at in France for not speaking French, fine. Sneered at in Germany for not speaking German, fine. But French Canadian is weird anyway, and then they get really, really sneery.
I'd like to apologize to all the many nations and languages that we just potentially offended. The only person here that we mean to offend is Bomb Clancy. And she knows why. From now on, that's going to be added to the announcements every week.
Oh,
we're going to a decrying of the reign of terror of Bomb Clancy.
Wow.
It's a bit harsh. Seems a bit harsh.
Everyone except our new overlord.
You too can join the GM chat on the Discord.
That's right. She does voice chat even, which I've not joined because I don't like talking to people. But I hear it's they get actually it's a working kind of a cool working thing. It's fun. You can also ask her if she has any dice. You know what? We should start giving away Bomb Clancy's stuff.
Ooh.
Like
TikTok videos.
I mean, first we need to get her stuff. So there's a step in there. You guys figure that out. You're the criminals.
Just play one on TV.
Question mark. Profit.
See? We'll just start, giving away. I think, if that Suez Canal tea ever shows up, we'll just reappropriate it. That's all right. So
what's this? I will be reappropriating that tea.
Well, Rachel drinks tea.
Does she?
I do love that, like snooty tea people who made a tea game. No offense. Lots of offense meant. That we call their tea Suez Canal tea. I do appreciate that.
I will happily share tea with Rachel anytime.
Well, she for me, tea is just a honey delivery system.
I spend entirely too much money at Adagio. Sponsor us.
Right. There you go. Come sponsor us, Adagio. By the way, if we do get a raid and the tumblers become open and Bob Clancy enters the giveaway, I'm just going to stare at the screen for the rest of the show. That's all. I'm just going to stare at the screen for the.
We're running it. Do it, Bob Clancy.
So the rule is, our giveaway rules. If you could find that page on our website,
rules seems like a strong word.
It is you can win one thing per month. There's the current rule, which is a lot more obscure than you can win one thing every 2 months, but it can't be the same thing.
I enjoy that one thing every month. So
and
next week we'll be giving away a D6.
Coming up in July, we're gonna start to have a lot more giveaways.
A lot more shows. So
yeah.
That's true. Once we're back and rolling, things are gonna be happening. All right, so it is now, I'm going to say 2 months later. So you have added a printing press.
Actually, Ezra.
Right. Sorry. Before that. That's right.
We did want to have a conversation, since that may or may not decide the future of what the party makeup looks like.
Yeah. So, you are that day, as you were sort of Jonesy and Susanna, you find yourself in the office by yourselves.
All right, and I'll look at her and then glance at the door and be like, well, I don't have anywhere I need to be for the next hour or so. We should probably talk about what we've been avoiding talking about since the train. And I'll walk and go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you mean how I'm going to make the blacksmith shop and how much I'm going to be working here and things like that? You mean that? Is that what you're meaning?
I'm going to go over and shut the door and then lean back against the wall, crossing my arms. I think you know what I'm talking about, Jonesy. And I'll reach into my pocket and pull out Eldritch Nash's star.
Jonesy closes her eyes and
I have been avoiding this particular conversation because, as has been pointed out, we've been kind of on the go with the Pinkertons, not really any chance to stop and catch our breath, have an actual conversation. But after everything that happened in Brighton, I don't think I can let it lay much longer.
Brighton was supposed to be where I atoned. I wanted a bigger hammer. I told you I needed to. We had a bigger problem, so I needed a bigger hammer. But that hammer was too big and too unwieldy. I really should have tried to do small tools like I would for making guns and fixing guns, but I tried to use the tool I had and he sucks.
All right, why don't we start a little further back? I don't know what exactly happened on the train. I know that you were in front of me and you were leading the way into that train car where Marshall Nash was being held hostage. And then there were a bunch of skeletons on the floor. What happened?
I didn't think we had enough people or power or anything to deal with those miscreants that were in the train. The Brown Jenkins was there, and I asked him to help take care of it. And he said he could take care of it. But for him, taking care of it meant killing everybody in that car. And that's not what I meant, but it's what I said.
What you said was take care of it. You didn't give any specifications, any parameters, any...
We talked, and he said there was bad guys on the train, and that we needed to because they were going to hurt everybody, and so I asked him to take care of them, but he didn't. He took exactly what I said. I didn't say enough. Like I said, big tools. I didn't use my little tools. I didn't use my brain like I would if I was trying to fix a gun and just, like the hair trigger or anything like that. I just used the big hammer. And I did it again. That's why at the other place, I jumped into the big bowl with Jenkins, because I thought maybe either I would die, or Jenkins would die, or we would be rid of him and you would be rid of me.
You called on him again at Blackwater Creek too, didn't you, when he disappeared?
I tried to. I wanted a bigger hammer. I kept trying to figure out how to. I wanted to fix everything. I wanted to be, and it was maybe I shouldn't have thought of, I am the hero, I am the one. And I thought I had something that would help. And he had me write up a contract and things, and I thought they went both ways. I thought it meant he would help. But every time, he just laughed at us. He laughed at me. And I don't blame you for being angry. I don't blame you for being upset, but I tried my hardest. And if I could, I would rip up that contract right now. I'm not worthy.
I'm very angry. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. A good man died, a hero, a legend. Maybe he was towards the end of his life anyway, but he didn't deserve to go out like that. So yes, I am very angry. However, it sounds from what you and Jared were saying, it sounds like him helping with that translation helped us figure out what was going on in Brighton. When he pointed out that it was the wrong language or something.
She was lying about what it said and how she was saying it. She lied. And the only way I could think of, he helped me with Latin. He helped me learn Latin. So I thought maybe he would help us be able to translate better.
To a certain extent, it sounded like he did. Look, Jonesy, you talking about, throwing yourself into that for you dying or him dying or whatever. I'm just going to say it flat out. That's the coward's way out. Their sacrifice, sure, but running away into whatever is beyond death, without staying to fix the problems that you helped create. That's a coward's way out, and I think better of you than that.
I did think I would atone. It would be a way to get rid of the Jenkins, but It didn't. And I was so surprised to still be there.
So, to follow your analogy of the bigger hammer, I do think, based on what we saw in Brighton, and even even with what we saw on the train, I think he might be a valuable tool in your toolbox. Here's the problem that I'm seeing. You grabbed for that tool first. There were many, many other ways that we could have handled stuff on the train. Jared was up top and was about to do a distraction. We already had ways in place, perfectly normal human ways of handling that problem. And might we have gotten hurt? Might he have died anyway? Maybe. Let me say my piece. We might have died anyway. He might have all gone to hell anyways. But you reaching for something that you don't understand, something that you can't control as your first tool for dealing with situations is going to get us all killed. Possibly worse. Like I saw you when you were that sun god thing. I know that we can get turned into things that are worse. You were terrifying. And I don't remember what I was like, but I'm sure I wasn't any better. So I'm going to say this. Try to use your other tools. You've got a good brain in there. You can put things together that I don't understand. I use the kinds of tools that you create, but I don't understand them. Reach for the other tools first and save Jenkins for absolute last resort when there is nothing else. When it is that or dying in a horrible, horrible way, then. There was a story my mama told me when I was little about a monkey's paw that would give you what you asked for. But boy, howdy, you better be careful how you asked for it, because it would find every way to fuck you over in the process of giving you what you wanted. And I think Jenkins is much the same way. He has found a way to get everything he can from you and give nothing in return, or very little. And the more that you're able to not rely on him, the more that you're able to use your own wits, your own brain, your own skills, and not rely on him. You were afraid of magic when I first met you. Disdainful of it, and rightfully so. I mean, it is shit from what I've seen. It just hurts people.
I just felt like I had nothing. I do have a gun. You all shoot better than me. I do have my fists, but we never get there. We shoot people, and if I do, then I'm in your way. If I, try to fix guns, and yeah, I do that. Okay, here's your gun. You go do something. But I kept feeling like I didn't have anything. I couldn't do what I needed to do. So I reached out and got my hand bit. I'm not doing that again. I see what you're saying about using my wits and making stronger tools, not just grab something and hit. Use the smaller tools. Be able to piece it out first.
You're a very smart woman, Jonesy. I do not underestimate that at all. And I don't want to have to walk away. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you grab for Jenkins and you don't try other things first, I will walk away, because I'm not going to stay to get hit by whatever backlash comes from Jenkins. He is dangerous in ways that I do not understand, in the ways that those damn stones were.
No, I do not understand it either. But I will learn. I will learn the right thing. And you are a strong, strong woman, and I hope we can still work together.
I would prefer that. And I'll stick my hand in hers and shake it. But I'll meet her eye to eye. Don't get anybody else that I care about killed, because I won't forgive that again. And frankly, that means you too, Jonesy. You understand?
Yeah, Mom.
You don't get to go throwing yourself into suicidal missions. Don't be that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take from you.
All right. Let's go get a drink.
All right. You as you leave the room, the door closes, and reclining on the table like this is Brown Jenkins going, I don't think she likes me. And then he disappears into a corner of the room and is gone. I said this to Julie after the session, but I'm fascinated by what it must mean to be ready to sacrifice yourself and then not die.
Yeah.
That to me is a fascinating conundrum that Jonesy will have to deal with. Who knows what sort of weird trauma that might be.
Sure.
So we jump ahead. Oh, go ahead. What's
So I was just going to say, at some point in the, I pass Susanna in the hallway and just sorry about shitting you in the back. It probably won't happen again. And just
Try to aim better. Word, man. Try not to shoot at all if you don't have to. God.
Gabe will pour you both a drink and he'll say, there's sure a lot of talk about shooting people in this crew.
Yeah, well, we spend a lot of time out on the frontier. We're trying to learn more certified ways.
So we flash ahead 2 months. The Silver Bullet is open for business. It's opening night of the Silver Bullet.
It's the sausage party?
I begged them to call it something else. Begged them.
So did I. I was in the office when he was making the poster, and I was like, don't you dare.
Does he not hear it? I don't.
He did.
It's like, I love it.
Of course he does.
And you have transformed this bar. It is there is a blacksmith shop that is booming. There is a printing press in a shed. There are you all have rooms above the place. There's an office. You have 4 serving staff who are going around the tables. Gabe, when he's not playing piano, is behind the bar. You don't really have much in the way of entertainment right now. It's pretty much Gabe, but you have a little stage that could be something. And the place is packed. Opening night, everybody wants to be there. It is the scene in Reno. And Jared, you are at one point a gentleman in a really well-dressed gentleman. He's wearing some very nice clothes. He'll come up to you and say, sir, did I meet you in Philadelphia?
Well, I get around, but how long ago would it have been?
This would have been 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
You were talking at great length about business opportunities out west. And, I am pleased to say that your advice has definitely paid off.
That does sound like me.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you again. My name is Beauregard, as you may or may not recall.
Beauregard. Pleasure to meet you again.
Of course. And now tell me, Mr. Reinhard, you had said at the time that you had made your money mining. So do you have any new sort of new business suggestions for a man who's looking to invest?
Well, you're looking at it. This is what I've been putting my money into.
A bar, sir?
Well, a mine runs out. Infrastructure keeps producing.
Well, that is interesting. You seem to have changed your tone a little, sir. In Philadelphia, you would not touch a drop.
That I don't remember.
But I am pleased to see that you now partake. May I buy you a drink, sir?
Absolutely.
All right. So he'll take you over to the bar and he'll buy you a drink, and he'll ask some questions about like about the saloon and that sort of thing. And Elias, you a woman comes up to you and says, are you Elias Jackson? Are you? Yeah, you're Elias Jackson. That's not the name. It's not Jackson Elias. Are you Elias Jackson?
I am indeed.
Well, I am a huge fan of your writing.
Oh, really?
Your stories that were printed in the St. Louis Monitor were they were so exciting.
Which one did you read?
I read the one about oh God, I'm trying to remember the stories you sent. There was one. Did you send one about the train?
Blackwater Creek.
Yeah, you did Blackwater Creek and then Stillwater.
Stillwater. You know, I probably would have also. Trying to think if he would write something called The Sex Cult. I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
Go for it. Do it.
That's not what it's called, though. It was called,
the editor added the title.
Book would be called.
I read your story about that town where the water was like oil and it changed people.
That was yeah. That is an we look for the things in humanity, and when you try to write fiction, you take elements of aspects of people and turn them into story ideas. So the concept of the mother who is overbearing and rules the town. He just starts kind of like going, like trying to like, he totally doesn't know what to say. And
right.
He's totally flustered. Is like
Well, your stories brought me out west.
Really?
Yeah.
So the stories about the awful things that I've written about brought you out.
I want to be an adventurer like you.
It's dangerous, but exciting.
I'm a pretty good shot, and I'm not afraid of a fight.
What's your weapon of choice?
Well, I prefer the revolver.
Gotta get pretty close to you. Is that one of those?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a pretty good shot. I've never, dynamite features heavily in all your writing, but I've never actually thought of dynamite. I've never seen dynamite used.
He just kind of just like rubs his thighs a little bit. I'm not going to recommend that. Look, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't have its place. Sometimes a mine needs to be blown up. You find a silver vein. Sometimes a train has a monster on it.
Yeah. But those were all allegories, right? There aren't real monsters.
The West is an interesting place.
She's too starry-eyed to realize you didn't answer her question. It sure is.
So what? So adventuring is what's your game plan then? What is it that you expect to be doing?
Well, I was inspired by one of your stories, and so I sent a letter to the Pinkerton Detective Agency, and I said, I want to work for you, and they're sending me to San Francisco.
Huh. Okay, so you're passing through on your way to San Francisco. Do you know what the assignment is? I mean, you don't give me, details unless you want my professional advice. I'll keep everything confidential.
I really do. So I'm going to San Francisco. There is some problem there with the Tanners Union.
Ah, okay. That's less of.
Oh,
less
let me give you an
adventurous.
allegory. So one of the Tanners is a werewolf, and I have to go and tell that werewolf that werewolf is only working for the wages we're going to pay that werewolf.
When you say werewolf,
It's an allegory.
when does your train leave?
Oh, I'm going to be here for a few days.
Okay.
I'm staying at the backup.
You know the nice thing about the backup? Doesn't burn down.
Hasn't yet.
Now, do you know anything more about these werewolves?
They are going on strike because they're not being fed enough people. And so
that is amazing. So here's the most amazing thing, right? Is that if you employ werewolves, you would think that if you didn't treat them well enough, they would just eat you and kill you. So there must be something even more powerful than werewolves in charge of that Tanner facility. Vampires, maybe?
Maybe, or maybe werewolves just really respect an org chart.
It should be clear that Elias is very much suddenly thinking we're talking about actual werewolves.
Right.
So whatever conversation happens, it's definitely, he's like, so you found the werewolves. It's a werewolf den.
Well, I'm being sent. I mean, I have the name. I'm going to San Francisco to meet, the werewolf. His name is Dane. And he, he's trying to start a union, and the company that Dane works for doesn't want that to happen, and so I get to have a talk with Dane. Maybe break his legs.
Well, I don't know how much you know about werewolves, but
not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you can put dynamite in their pants, blow them up. You can do all sorts of things, but werewolves come back. There's only one sure bet way to kill a werewolf, and he pulls his revolver out, and tilts it back, and pulls one silver bullet out of it. A silver bullet.
Friends, Elias Jackson is getting laid tonight.
No!
What? She is she's completely into you for the rest of the night with that.
I don't know if I can concentrate. I mean, there's a werewolf den in San Francisco. So.
Are you gonna go running off to fight werewolves in San Francisco?
Oh, please come back with stories.
Hopefully not too mauled or changed.
This woman is your shadow for the rest of the night. And Abe, it is not past Abe's attention that you have a female attendant before he does. So Abe is going to go pay someone. So yeah, it is. Jonesy, at one point you are manning the bar, and an Asian woman comes to the bar. Pretty normal looking woman, not dressed in any way fancy. And she says, well, give me a whiskey, would you now?
Sure. What kind of whiskey would you like?
Do you have Irish?
I'll take a look.
No, you have mostly local stuff.
No, but we have Plan B.
Well, any port in a storm. All right, yeah, she'll take it, and she sips it, and well, not as good as the homeland, but whiskey's whiskey at a certain point, eh?
Yeah, it is. You'll get used to it, believe me.
Well, I hope that's not true.
So are you in town for a while?
Oh, I live here.
This is the first time I've seen you.
Well, you're sort of new in town, But thanks for this. This is good.
Yeah. Like I said, you'll get used to it. Good evening.
She will. She'll head off, and she, you sort of watch her, and she goes between tables, every once in a while, and then she will leave at a certain point. And Susanna, you have a progression of young men who are who come up to you, and they'll be, they keep asking about what they'll be like, let's see, no, let's not make it a program, let's make it just one. So a guy comes up to you, a young man, and he says, you work here, right?
Well, I'm one of the owners, yes.
Are you looking for entertainment?
Yeah, potentially. What you got?
Well, me and a couple friends, we have a jug band.
You have a jug band. Well, that could be very entertaining for sure.
Yeah. We came out from Kansas City, and we're traveling around, and we're looking for bookings here in Reno.
All right. Well, how about this? I mean, clearly we're a bit busy tonight, but how about in a couple days, you and your band come, and you play a set, and we'll see how you are with the patrons. We'll see how everyone likes you, and then we can talk about it. We'll pay you for that night, of course.
That would be great. We'll do that.
Fantastic. I'll make sure to let the other owners know. But my name is Susanna. What's yours?
Oh, I'm Emmett.
Emmett? Pleasure to meet you. Damn you, Thomas. He put put into the chat, it's the Otters, and then he named it Emmett.
God, that is the worst show. Freaking Emmett Otters Christmas jug.
Take
band.
it back.
Terrible.
Take it back. Take it back.
Oh, I can't believe Jim Henson was even involved in that.
Jim Henson was a wonderfully weird man.
Yeah, and Emmett Otter was a terrible. I was living with a lovely woman back in the day, and her parents, that was their Christmas tradition.
Oh goodness.
And her father got angry at me because I, being me, was like snarky during Emmett Otter's Christmas jug band. And well, before that, he was a big Patriots fan. This is bad. And he called me Betta for better than Ezra. And every time I came in the room, the Patriots would start playing worse. And so he would always go, Betta, get out. And I couldn't be in the room when the TV was on. And now you don't like Emmett Otter? And that's when I knew it was over. But I'm not so.
Poor thing. poor guy. That's all right, though. Otters are my second favorite animal, so I am all about the otter takeover of this channel.
The otter takeover. Were there otters in Rhyme or something? Was that?
No, but I'm going to bet that there's going to be otters in the second campaign of Chaos Agents. Mwahaha.
There's gonna be otter folk.
Otter folk.
Are we going to transplant those over from Freelancer?
Yes.
I legit joined the Freelancer Discord just so I could vote twice to get the otter folk created.
This channel is becoming a furry cosplay channel, like slowly but surely, and it's.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I blame Bomb Clancy.
Tom Clancy is in the habit of burning things down, and furries are the first step.
Well, there you go.
Otter chaos.
But yes, I'll wrap up my conversation with Emmett and pass by the other four to let them know, hey, we're gonna have a jug band come in and audition with playing a set for a night in a couple of days. Not tonight, but we might have some entertainment coming.
Don't you do the audition before they play a set?
Nah. See the way that you really tell how they do with a crowd and with the patronage is whether or not they get booed off the stage and or have things thrown at them.
I'll go get some rotten produce.
that is the best way, by trial by fire, to see if they can actually handle the pressures of the stage.
I'll set the produce on fire then.
I do not want this place burning down 2 days after we've opened.
No, there's too much alcohol here for that.
So yeah, opening night is a big success. All of you make luck rolls.
With our brand new higher luck.
That's right.
Big giant war.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Who missed it by the worst?
I missed it by
81 out of.
So Thomas missed it by the most. Outstanding.
4.
All right, so Thomas, you and
how much did you miss it by? 4?
No. 30. 30.
Oh,
30.
okay, that's way more than 7.
How
Okay.
bad is your luck?
54.
Wow. Okay.
So Thomas, you are regaling your young ingenue, whose name is Renee, with tales, and as you are doing that, an almost stereotypically Snidely Whiplash looking character comes walking up. He's got like the oiled mustache like this, and he just says, "So this is the competition." Huh. Well, it's fine. How do you do? My name is John Corbett.
Does that name recognize?
Did I use the name? I don't think so. Well, you might recognize it if you know Cthulhu stuff.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Yeah.
It hasn't come up in our game, but I'm it's an homage to.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Corbett. Elias Jackson, part owner of the Silver Bullet.
The Silver Bullet. I thought when that gosh darn saloon opened that I was in trouble, but that place is not really that great. You see, I run Reno's most high-end location. You've heard of the Duchess. Probably haven't been let in. They don't, we have an exclusive clientele at the Duchess. Well, I've got the I run, oh God, I'm running out of boat puns. I was trying to think of a boat pun for the name of his. So what is a boat name for his bar?
Poop deck.
What is a better boat name?
That's all I can think now.
Sails to the Wind. Come on, guys.
Sails to the
I thought it was
Wind.
Three sails. What?
All of the sheets to the wind.
I didn't want to make it stats.
I run
Big boat face.
I
Brody
run
Big
the
boat face. That's a good one.
I run the Silver Anchor at the Duchess.
Boo.
You know what? I mean, this is the silver mine in town, and I expect it's going to be growing. So,
Silver is king in Reno. Now, I've taken the liberty of learning a little bit about the unique ownership structure of your establishment. It's very interesting for having 4 different owners. Why did 5? That's right. Somewhere Abe like that. So why did Peterson sell?
Poker game.
I think that we've probably tried to set that up.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you exactly his state of mind, but I can tell you the West is not for everyone. It's a dangerous place out here.
So
Sure, you know.
He sold you
fires. Lots of bad things happen here in the West.
Are those threats, sir?
What? Oh God, no. I'm just. You should read some of my writings.
You really should, says Renee.
Anyway, Mr. Corbett, please enjoy yourself. A drink on me. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar.
Very kind, sir. You're very kind.
And, I walk him up to Jonesy and go, Mr. Corbett, this is actually Jonesy. She is one of our owners.
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
Hello. Tell me, Jonesy, why did Peterson sell the bar?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
So you chased him away?
We gave him money.
With your
Goodbye.
fires and your... So you bought the saloon? You gave him money for the saloon? Which is normally how these transactions happen.
What? Would you like something to drink? I can give. We have whiskeys. I have beers.
Oh, I would love a drink. Yes. And so what did you give Peterson for this?
What? Why are you asking me these questions? I don't. Let's just have some drink here. It's good whiskey.
Out of character question.
Mhm.
Has all the paperwork gone through and everything?
There, you have the letter. It is yours. But
Everything's
there,
fine.
no money changed hands.
Right. Actually, where is your...
I'm not at all questioning your ownership of this establishment. I'm just interested in the transaction. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, sort of like as I was walking over there, if I could see any of the other party members, I'd be like,
All right, yeah,
kinda
no, that's no. You
waving
guys
them over.
are, you guys are well practiced in this. So you both, they all are there, and he says, well, now I feel like I'm being ganged up on.
Gabe, don't say anything.
It was right there.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure of making your acquaintance. Hi, I'm Susanna Deschen. What's your name?
Oh, you're the marshal.
Well, news does get around. I haven't exactly told a lot of people about that.
I'm a man who likes to know who I'm dealing with.
Well, the feeling is mutual. And your name is?
My name is John Corbett. I run the Silver Anchor. We're competitors.
Oh, well.
Although we're not really. Very different clientele.
In a town like this, there is plenty of room for more than one saloon.
Oh, of course. A rising tide lifts all boats. It's just a shame that I'm in a boat and you're not.
Well, with the railway coming in, there'll be plenty of clientele for all of us. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Corbett.
Of course. Oh, tell me, how much did you pay for this to Dr. Peterson?
We won in a poker game.
You won it in a poker game. Oh, so is that the money that changed hands then, Jonesy?
What
Don't
money?
always pay with money.
It was a very intense kind of night. You know, high-stake poker games always are.
Some people can't handle the pressure.
See, well, you should be very proud of whatever lawyer set up this arrangement because it's good. It's very hard to find anything out about why this transfer happened for the curious consumer.
Well, that's why you pay lawyers to do all the legal paperwork.
It's true. It's true.
Mr. Corbett.
Yes.
Well, I'll ask it. Why do you care?
I mean, you are my competitors.
You just said we weren't. We have different clientele.
And that's what I say to all of my competitors. That doesn't, just because I'm better than you doesn't mean we're not competing.
And we're doing pretty well right now. The place is pretty packed.
It is, yeah, jammed.
And I'll like Jared will look in one direction and I'll look in the other, like, yeah, pretty happy with our clientele at the moment.
Oh, this is great. Yes. This is wonderful.
Yeah, excuse me. I need to help these people down the bar.
Do you need any help, Jonesy? Or do you got it under control or do you need help?
No, I've got this. I'll just go down the bar and help them.
All right.
Well, I just wanted to stop by and say hello and thank you for this watered down whiskey.
Pleasure having you. Stop by anytime.
Likewise.
Yes, I should be very delighted to check out the Silver Anchor at some point. I haven't had a chance. We've been too busy getting the place fitted out.
We do have a dress code, just to let you know.
Well, I imagine that suits your taste well enough. We're a little rougher. We like it that way.
Wonderful.
Yeah, see, the difference here is, Mr. Corbett, all are welcome here.
Is that sign?
Well done, sir.
Renee at your side goes, I read that.
I'll look at Elias, and I'll look at the young fangirl next to him, and just be like, "Oh, there's a story here."
Corbett will take his leave. And you have, the first night is great. You the next day Gabe will tell you that you sold more than you would ever have expected, and that they had to turn people away. But everybody's very happy. It is a huge success. And this follows for you kind of get in a nice pattern for a while, and one day you are it's during the day, things are pretty quiet, so you're sort of doing your other jobs, and Gabe will come around, and he'll find you and be like, there's a lawman here to see all of you.
I'll sit up and just like, well, we should probably have a word with a lawman.
I'll send a bottle up to the office.
Much obliged.
And so, sitting up in the office is a kind of I don't know. He's got a weirdly, like, his skin is kind of dry, and he just seems kind of oily. He's got a deputy's star on, a sheriff's star. And he says, well, hello, I'm Sheriff Dangle.
Oh, Mr. Dangle.
Sheriff.
Sheriff, pleased to meet you. Are we in Reno?
Pleasure to meet you, Sheriff Dangle.
Yeah. So I don't want to. This is awkward, but I know you're a federal marshal, and we kind of need some help. I'm forming a posse.
And I'll just sigh quietly, because I've actually kind of been enjoying not being a federal marshal for a while. But I always have the star in my pocket, so I pull it out, pin it to my chest, and like sit back and cross my arms. All right, tell me what's going on.
It's the Covington gang.
The Covington gang?
The Covington gang. They knocked over a train, and we got an informant who tells me that they're at a ranch house about 10 miles out.
All right. Have I heard of the Covington gang?
Make me a law roll.
Okay. Yes.
They're a fairly small time, train robbery. This would be their biggest, this would probably be the biggest job you've heard of them for. But they haven't really jumped up to the level of, having wanted posters or that sort of thing.
Well, they're starting to get a little big for their britches out here, aren't they? Going after a train.
Well, it's not what we expected from them, but I've got, I need to move quickly. And it hasn't escaped my notice that you all have some firepower.
Well, I cannot speak for the rest of my group. I don't make decisions for them, but this sounds like a situation that I can come and help with if you're putting together a posse. How big a posse are you looking at? How big is the gang at this point?
Well, I want at least a dozen.
All right, how many you got?
How many are you? 4? 5?
That's 5
4?
of us.
Abe's like, I'm not going.
Come on, Abe. We need.
No, I think Abe can stay here.
Yeah, somebody's got to stay here and watch this place.
All right, you can have fun with Gabe.
His name sounds so great to me. And
there's 4 of us.
Hopefully, this will be about a 2-hour ride out, and then deal with them and a 2-hour ride back.
All right. Is there any kind of reward for this, or is this just?
There is. There's rewards for turning in the Dalton gang. Yeah.
I'm sorry, who?
The Covington gang.
I thought they were Covington. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, was that
I
an
can write it
Ezra
down.
slip up?
That was an Ezra slip up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, we got him.
So I'll look at the other three since Abe has taken himself out and like raise an eyebrow. Well, how do y'all feel about an expedition? Going out and getting some more stories of us?
Yeah, I can cover this for the newspaper. It's a pretty good thing to do. As a newspaper, would I know that this is the sheriff?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the sheriff. This is the Reno sheriff.
Okay. So I've done stories about Sheriff Dangle.
Oh, I didn't appreciate that bit about the shorts.
You know what? The West is a wild place.
So all right, you all will. He says, "Well, saddle up. We're going to leave in about an hour."
Do we all have horses at this point?
I mean, we have like a stable in the back, so I hope.
Sure. Yeah. You
Yeah,
all
that-
have.
Yeah.
They're not. You
They were draft
unless you're buying good horses, you have okay horses.
So that was going to be my question over the course of those months. Would we have gotten a salary from the bar, and have we bought horses for rent out stable? Because I think we were talking about that.
Right.
Just
So
did the opening for the bar, right? So we've been putting money in, and we just started getting money out.
yeah, that's exactly right. Is that whatever money that you guys put a ton of money into the printing press, into the blacksmith, into the stables, that sort of thing. So the horses that you're taking are right now the horses that you would be renting as well.
Right.
What were the two that we had from the wagon?
They were draft horses, I think.
Yeah, those are draft horses.
Draft horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
How Thomas, do you have the book with the prices for horses in front of you?
I do. I'm actually just calculating how much a typewriter and a
Doing some math.
Press and
printing press would have cost me.
What are you
which-
looking for? A draft horse is 60, but a saddle horse is between 30 to 200.
I was thinking we might have gotten ones that were 50 because we want something that we could,
then,
Ponies. But I'm not riding a pony out there. That is not.
nah, we'll put you on a burro.
So-
because you're such a burro.
Sure.
I think that I would have wanted a horse, just in case I had to get further out for stories.
Down.
And I think I've been packing for a trip to Philadelphia.
Well, and with Susanna's very high ride score, she would have at some point bought a pretty decent horse.
Yeah, all right.
because-
So you can buy the horse you want, and you can have good horses.
How much do I take off of personal funds for that?
For you can get a very good horse for 70.
I will do that.
Cool. Me too.
I have a nasty feeling this horse is not going to survive very long, but you know what?
The SPCA is certifying that no horses were harmed in the filming of this
Hey.
episode.
Does that
you
mean
know
I
what?
took the dynamite girdle off my horse?
Hey, you know what? The Great Dane Society and our cell are competing for how fast they can kill their modes of transportation.
So you saddle up and you ride out. For some of you, being in a posse is semi-normal. For some of you, this is your first time. There's Dangle and 5 other guys who ride out with you, and you ride a couple hours and you come to a rise overlooking a ranch house, and it's a very normal looking ranch, and there are at least 2 lookouts. There are at least 2 guys one is on the roof of the house, and one is like walking the grounds, kind of looking around. And Dangle will say, I think we should split up. We'll come around each way. We'll take them from both sides.
Well, just be careful with that. Crossfire is very dangerous. especially with good rifles.
Yeah, we got.
I still have not completely forgiven Elias for shooting me, even though I've recovered from that long sentence.
Well, all right, maybe from the front and one side then,
Yeah, that's probably a little bit better.
or the back and one side is probably smarter.
Or coming at a kind of angle so that we're not shooting at each other.
I just have a question, Sheriff. This is my first posse. Are we expecting them not to come quietly? Are we going to ask them?
The poster says dead or alive, so I'm going to ask them.
And if they decide on dead, what's the signal?
When the shooting starts.
I was going to say probably a gunshot.
Huh?
And he'll say, well, all right.
Which side looks like it's better strategically to put a hold up with a rifle?
So you've got a good rise on either side so that you're looking down. So both sides, you're both sides will be in a pretty good position.
Okay, so I'll say we'll head off this way and.
All right.
In terms of the house, what looks? If I was to fortify myself in the house, are there any places where, like, obviously I would be here, so that would be the first place to come at it from?
The back bedrooms seem like the sort of the safest area. There are no windows in the back. And so Dangle sort of watches as you guys go around the side, and when he sees you, he says he waves his hat as a signal.
I'll wave mine back.
All right, and then he will yell down, "All right, boys, this is Sheriff Jim Dangle. Come out with your hands up. We've got you surrounded." And the guy on the roof immediately flips down, jumps down off the roof and runs in the house. And the one who was outside goes running into a barn that was right there.
Damn, they got a barn too.
I do not much care for this. This feels like a trap.
It does. So I'm gonna use the spyglass and kind of scan the area for any traps that may be out there, like any pit traps or anything like that or things that look like, if they shot this with a this, it might explode.
Yeah. Okay. So make a spot hidden roll.
Extreme success.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so it looks like there are a couple trenches that were dug around the place, but you don't see, they're not filled with gas or anything like that.
All right, I kind of point those out.
Okay.
How wide do they appear?
About 3 feet wide and about 4 or 5 feet deep.
So we could jump it with a horse.
Yeah. So from the house was the sheriff. You don't want to come down here. You and your lot. You just be on your way and you won't get hurt.
So I guess if I pull the dynamite off my horse, turn everyone else shock and awe.
You're gonna have to get pretty close to throw that.
No, it's just the explosions going off. As long as they're not near us.
How far are you gonna huck that?
I should test with the rock first, see how far I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Base throw.
Ooh, I actually I improved my throw on this last go around.
Ooh, should I hand you the dynamite?
Important skill.
I've got 39.
Wow.
Yes, you should hand him the dynamite.
Whoa! Hand me the rock.
Nah, you get to do it live.
I have fumbled a throw with dynamite before, and
All right, we'll try the rock first to see.
So here's the thing: the rock is not a skill roll. You're not in any
Okay.
danger if anything happens.
Just trying to get a sense for distance.
Yeah, it's just like how far can I get this rock?
So
Okay,
you feel like with a good throw, you could get it down close to one of the trenches.
That's all right. Yeah.
Can we see anyone in the trenches?
Nope, they are empty. And so you throw the rock, and it hits the ground, and from the barn, you hear a bunch of yelling of guys. So it seems like they're saying something, and the same guy yells up. He says, "Sheriff, I'm gonna warn you one more time. You don't want to come down here. You just go on your way."
should we give some sort of signal to the sheriff? Wave the dynamite at him.
How many voices did it sound like?
It sounded like 4 or 5 voices.
Okay, not like it does. Okay.
No. By the way, yeah, dynamite has not been mentioned to the sheriff at all.
Nope.
I thought he did his research. I thought word of us got around.
Word of us doesn't tend to spread pretty far. I'm gonna stand up in my stirrups and holler down.
So hold on. Everybody right now is like leaning over the ledge, not making themselves obvious targets. So if you stand up,
sorry, I thought we were still in. I thought we were still on horses.
No, if you're looking over the rise, like if you stand up, you are silhouetted and you are a perfect target.
And do not want to do that. But from my end, I'm going to call down. This is a federal marshal speaking. You've committed a federal crime. Give yourselves up, and it won't go near as bad for you.
Dangle looks over and he says, yeah, what she said, but I'm in charge too."
Oh, is he?
Is he really? I'm just backing up the sheriff. I am helping provide additional bargaining power by reminding them how much danger it is to have committed a federal crime as opposed to the little podunk shit they've been doing till now.
Look, it'd be a dang shame to kill a sheriff or a marshal, so don't come down here. You just go on your way.
Well, not only would it be a dang shame, but it would also be the sort of thing that would increase the reward on your head. You are hunted men, and you will be until the day you die if you don't give yourselves up.
You're gonna have to come down here then. I keep telling you not to, but you're gonna have to. And preacher, you tell him I'm not responsible for their souls. Well, he doesn't have much of a voice, but he says, it's on you.
Elias kind of leans over. Can you be specific about what bad things will happen to us if we come down there?
Well, you're gonna get shot a lot.
Oh, is that all?
That's it?
I mean, a whole lot.
Do you have any angels with you?
What?
Ooh.
No, what the hell kind of question is that? I hope the angels are on our side.
Is that what your preacher man says?
No, that was the sheriff who said that.
Ah. Oh, sorry. I was sorry that I was misunderstanding the voice.
It wasn't my best work there. I have to do that to find him. Oh, the angels are on our side.
I'm kind of murmured just quietly enough so my group can hear. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
What do you think? So just to the group, I kind of think, what do you think? What's our option here? What do you guys say?
Give it a throw.
I mean, none of our folk are down there, so I say throw the dynamite.
Do it.
Just
Just,
do it quickly before they
second.
start doing.
Just a warning shot of what's to come.
Just
Okay.
a warning dynamite.
I yell back. Getting shot's the least of your worries.
The hell it is. You ever been shot?
Yes.
It hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
I'll throw the dynamite.
All right, make me
Yeah.
a throw roll.
We are cheering on the terrible decision.
and spending inspiration if need be to
Oh,
make sure you
absolutely.
get that critical fumble.
No offense, Andrea, I'm not using the giant dice.
Just as a heads up, I am getting ready to, because I've seen him throw dynamite once before. I am getting ready for if it drops to immediately pick it up and just get it down the hill.
We'll see what happens.
That is a fail.
But
It is an 86.
all right, let's
We
use
roll.
inspiration.
You could spend luck.
Inspiration.
I could push it.
You could push it.
Ooh.
Inspiration first. Inspiration first.
I will use the inspiration, which could create a fumble.
Could.
It does not. That is 19.
Woo! All right. So
Huh.
yeah, you wing it down
That's a hard
into
success.
That's a hard success.
Hard success.
It goes into one of the trenches, and it explodes quite satisfyingly. There is dirt and everything flying all over, and there is a succession of what the hell from both the sheriff and from the people in the thing. And the barn door opens, and in the barn door, you hear a ba 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 ba, and a Gatling gun starts to like just pepper the rise.
Yeah, I mean, we get behind it and
Yeah,
let
I'm
them,
gonna roll further down the rise because that's some firepower.
Yeah,
let them spend all their bullets.
it stops firing, and you hear the guy says, "I told you, don't come down here."
Do it again.
Alas.
I hand another stick of dynamite.
Everybody, make me a spot hidden roll.
Is there a place that looks like a better place to throw this?
So the good news is you are in a spot where you can overlook this this thing. The bad news is there's really no way to enter that valley without being seen.
Critical
Anybody who
success.
made the spot hidden roll sees the sheriff running towards you.
Oh shit. I'm like, get down, you damn fool.
Oh no, he's back behind the rise.
Right.
He's,
Okay.
he's running. He gets over and he's like, "Oh, can we not blow anything else up? No more dynamite."
How about you say that to the fellas with the Gatling gun down there?
Well, that's the difference between good guys and bad guys. We don't blow people up.
We don't blow people up either, right?
The dynamite does that.
Shock and awe tactics to make them back down are a little bit more.
It's pretty illegal to use dynamite against people.
Thought it was
Are
illegal
they
to
not
use guns
wanted dead
against
or alive?
people.
Well, yeah, it's also illegal to use guns against people, but there are levels of.
Well, we
Maybe.
weren't using them on the people. We were just doing a little shock and awe.
Maybe we could just not throw any dynamite. Is what I'm saying here.
Then how are we going to get down there? What are we going to do now then?
Could roll the dynamite down.
We're gonna
Not
wait
gonna
them
get us
out.
far. It's pretty dangerous to roll it.
We're gonna wait them out. We can go get food. They're stuck in there.
So much for 2 hours in, 2 hours out.
He did say 2 hours out. Then stuff happens. And then 2 hours back. So
Yeah, just it'd be great if we could not reduce ourselves to being worse than the outlaws that we're trying to catch. That's all I'm saying.
We'll take that into consideration.
That's that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
And
okay.
he starts running back to his group.
So the Gatling gun could reach the lip where we're at.
Yes. Yeah.
Would we have range with rifles?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have a lot of line of sight.
Sure.
That's not all we got, Sheriff. There's more where that came from, so you should just go.
I'm gonna go down a little ways more along the ridge line. I might ask for a diversion at some point.
All right. What's the signal?
If the sun's still out, I'll use the mirror.
All
There
right.
you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Then I'll
I'm
set.
not gonna go that far. I just don't want
Yeah.
to be right where I was.
Right. I'll set myself up along the ridge with the rifle so I can fire on the house if he needs a diversion.
Okay.
Well, I
Jared?
mean, we can do a volley of bullets. Although, why the house and not the barn?
Oh,
Well, there's people in the house. Is the house or the barn closer?
The house is slightly closer.
Okay. There's people in the house, and bigger target, harder to miss.
but we saw the
The
Gatling.
Gatling gun come out of the barn.
Out of the barn, yes.
Well, you shoot at the house.
If the point is to create a diversion, then
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
shoot down at something.
So
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and line up a shot on whoever's manning the Gatling gun.
All right. So the doors have closed again.
Okay.
Once that happened, they closed
So
the barn doors. And so you're a little closer. Make me a spot hidden roll.
Oof, that's a 95.
All right, everything's fine.
You want to try that again?
Push it. Just
I'll push it.
further over.
We also have
Push it.
inspiration.
I have 80 in spot hidden.
Yes.
68, so it's a regular.
All right.
On
So
the
with a
barn.
regular success, you will see that barn is not a regular barn. There are murder holes all over it. That barn has been made to like hold people off. And so you're guessing that's where most of the people are.
Okay. So I want to look for that's Duke League with 500 bits for more inspiration.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Stack, so maybe we can start using it.
See? That's why
Progress.
I say do it.
But pushing it has consequences.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Alexandria's missing voice can attest to that forever.
So I'm gonna line up on the doors where the Gatling gun was,
Mhm.
and just kind of like I'm ready for something.
Oh, are you gonna fire?
Oh, no, I'm
Oh,
waiting for it to come out, and then I will fire at the person.
So did you just send the signal? Was that what that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm training in and just preparing to shoot the
So
opera.
yeah, seeing the signal, I'll glance over at Jared and Jonesy and like nod that we'll do a volley with our
All right.
rifle.
So you're firing at the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Susanna, you're firing at the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Jonesy, where are you firing?
Well, with the Susanna at the house.
All right. So go ahead. All three of you make rifle rolls.
Neat. Yes.
Regular.
All right.
It's
So
regular.
yeah, the three of you fire down. The what you'll notice is that like these people are hunkered down, and so you shoot out. You shoot one of the windows. Wait, you both got regular successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit
So-
the broadside of a barn.
Yeah, yes, you did. So yeah, you shoot the house, and with a regular success, that is what I will give you. And there doesn't seem to be Like when it's just one thing of shots, there doesn't seem to be much reaction.
All right, pop the brass out. Reload.
The guy will yell out, Sheriff, we're leaving tonight. You can just let us go, or you can all die.
I'm just looking over in the direction of the sheriff, like, you want to lead this out, be my guest.
What's the signal you give for sandwich run?
Ha 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 ha. Wait, no, it's corn on the cob.
And so when you look over at the sheriff's thing, like they've got a little campfire going and there's like cooking.
Oh, yeah, definitely sandwich run.
So I'm gonna spyglass and look for any movement, anything that I can see in there where there would be a target.
Okay, make me a spot hidden roll.
Regular.
All right. With a regular success, there's something about those trenches. That's, there's you don't see motion in them, but you have some weird feeling about those trenches. You keep your eyes keep going back to them.
All right, I'm gonna roll back and kind of head back over, and just basically relay that. There's those trenches are weird. There's something going on there.
What kind of weird? You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I'll say something moving.
Is there anything weird about how they're shaped? I mean, are they just like, do they look like regular trenches if I look?
So they are perpendicular between the barn and the house.
So would there be a way that we could kind of look down one of them?
Yeah, that was kind of what you were doing.
Oh, okay.
When you were there.
So when I say weird, I mean, I think that that looks like that could be where weird would come from. I mean, they seem very confident.
That looks like where weird might come from.
I mean,
so like the house and the barn, the trenches between them.
Yes.
Like, so if they want to travel between them, it's more work for them.
That's true.
that's an odd place to put a trench.
Tomago Torres says some sunstones would be very useful right now.
No.
I left it back in the...
It's in my other shaggin' wagon.
Yeah. There's a part of the lava lamp in there now.
You guys should have taken the shaggin' wagon.
No. We didn't want to risk that getting blown up.
All right, what we do next? They're going to leave, so they're going to have to come out sometime.
Yeah, they're going to go at night, though. That's to our advantage.
It is, because, I mean, I can shoot good in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And
they got to see where they're going, and we just got to see them.
Yeah, and if we can disable the person with it that's running anyone who's running the Gatling gun, we might have some time.
It's going to be hard for them to move and shoot that thing at the same time.
Also true.
Unless they mount it in the back of a wagon, which maybe when we're done with this, we think
do the A-Team theme as they're locked in a wagon in a barn with their van, and
they're just attaching the Gatling gun to the wagon like we did with the shaggin' wagon.
It's the armored shaggin' wagon.
There you go.
So what do you guys think? We either wait this out and see what happens at night.
The shielded shaggin' wagon.
Yeah.
Or we try something.
Yeah, we need to get dinner.
Well, if there's something weird about those trenches, I mean,
that's not how you set up a defense unless they're worried about what's either in the house or in the barn.
But they had someone on the roof who went running into the house. So it doesn't seem like they're worried about what's in the house.
And it's just one trench between them?
2 trenches.
2 trenches, 2 rows of trenches specifically between the house and the barn.
Yep.
And those are too deep for a Gatling gun to run through, I think.
Do they look like they tunnel at all? Does it look like it
Could
goes
be.
down?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go around then to see if I can get a better angle.
And I hand over the spyglass.
Yeah, the spyglass will definitely help. So with the spyglass, make a spot hidden roll. As you come by Dangle, he's like, "Oh, would you like some beans?"
Give me a minute. Yes, I do. Regular success.
All right, with a regular success, you're still like, there's those
Can I
those are weird.
Can I push it by trying to like get a little closer? And
I love it. Sure. Yeah.
As I see him, I'm just gonna ready a shot in case that door opens.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I'm not gonna get this. Oh well. Nope.
All right.
Do you want to inspire it?
Do we inspire now? I thought if you
I think if you push, you can't inspire. If
Did
you
we
push
decide
and
that?
fail,
Okay.
bad things are happening.
Gotcha.
So you stick your head up, and you are closer to the house than you are to the barn, and some sort of all of a sudden around Jared, 3 red circles appear of light, and the 3 red circles condense, and Jared is gone.
Which is what red circles do. Now I'm not getting my beans.
I'm gonna make a sand roll for Dangle and the crew. I'm gonna say, yeah, you should make sand rolls too.
Yeah.
Did we see that?
No, you guys were watching actually for the shot, so you
Right.
probably don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Dangle comes running over. So your friend disappeared.
What did he go for sandwiches?
What happened?
There were some red circles around him, and he just disappeared.
So no shots, no boom, just disappeared.
Yeah.
Shit.
He had the dynamite.
Oh shit! It did. And the spyglass.
And the spyglass.
The only question I want to know is, did you take the harmonica with you?
Because if you did and you ended up somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I was abducted by aliens.
You know, it's kind of what it sounded like.
Yeah. Were the lights
So-
from above me?
They came from around. They just appeared around you.
Are these okay? So I guess were these spheres of light or circles of light?
They were like, yeah, they're small bands it was almost like 3 red straps around you, like one at your shoulders, one at your midsection, and one at your knees.
Okay. As okay, that makes more sense.
Does
Okay.
Oh,
All right, we cut to Jared. Jared, you are in a dirt room. You are bound in 3 red circles. They're tighter straps. And in front of you is what Nick would think of as an alien. It is a small gray man with a large head, a humanoid figure, dressed as a cowboy. It's wearing a shirt. It's got a bandana and a cowboy hat. And the guy looks at you and says, "I'm real sorry about this."
the alien says that, or a guy says
The alien
that?
says it to you.
Yes. Well, You're not one of the, what is it, the great ones.
Well, we're the Covington gang.
Under the
Let's see.
impression you were human.
Well, I mean, that's what we want people to think.
Huh. I mean, it certainly make things easier.
Yeah. You know, you're remarkably you're sure not that concerned.
Well,
I mean, look,
are you going to kill me?
I don't want, well, that's going to be decided by your friends out there, isn't it?
Well, maybe I can talk to them. Maybe we can de-escalate this a little bit.
As soon as they touch that doorknob, this whole place goes up.
Yeah, I'd like to de-escalate this.
I mean,
He needs to make a sand roll because Jared is just unfazed.
he's yeah, and
I've
yeah,
seen, there's other aliens that are higher up on my freak out list, and I was just like, oh god, they got me. Oh, you're not them.
and he's kind of but he definitely is sort of like a little taken aback that you are not. He says, I mean, the way I see it, we we got all the cards here. We just wait for that dynamite throwing idiot to charge in here and touch the door. Meanwhile, we're all over in the barn, in the ship, ready to go.
Oh, you got a ship, but there's no water.
Not that kind of ship.
Oh, is this like the Silver Anchor?
Don't follow.
Oh, over in Reno, they brought a steamboat,
Oh no, it's a land ship.
land ship.
Yep.
Like a wagon. You can call it a wagon.
Sure, friend. So I just want to again say how sorry I am that you're gonna die. Because you seem like a nice guy.
We could de-escalate this. I'd be happy to shout out to them that you guys are much nicer than we were initially told. Why'd you hit up a train?
So gosh. I don't want to confuse your poor little lizard brain, but what you think of as gold is fuel. Some of the most powerful fuel on this planet.
Okay.
So we take your gold and we distill it into fuel, and that runs our ship.
That's why there's not a lot of gold. You all come here and do that. Is that?
Well, I mean, gold is also scarce.
Just trying to piece this all together. Oh, I can't move my hands. Damn.
So you were gonna, all right, if you want to shout out to them here, just let me do this. And he holds a box up to your mouth and he like pushes a button and he says, whenever you're ready. Okay.
Does that okay go out?
Yeah, you all hear Jared go, okay?
Can they hear me?
Yes, they can hear you.
Okay. So I'm okay. Folks down here are very very kind. They don't want anyone to get hurt. Actually, probably not a good idea to come down here, and definitely don't. Oh, you can't throw the dynamite. That's right. Never mind. Just letting y'all know.
He takes the box away. Why can't he throw the dynamite?
Don't expose me to any open flames. I got all the dynamite.
Oh, well, this place is really going to blow up. Did you want to tell him anything else?
Did he take it away for that?
Yeah.
Oh, too bad. That would have been a great conversation.
Do you want to tell him anything else? I like the bit where you said we were nice.
Well, you seem like you really don't want us to get hurt. I appreciate that. If they don't blow it up, do these come off after you leave?
Oh yeah, those will dissolve in about 4 hours.
Okay. And I wouldn't want to take the front door. I'd go out through a window.
Well, no, you're right now. You're underground. We're about 50 feet under the house. The trenches up there, that's where the ship comes in. And so when you come out of here, you're going to want to take a right and go towards the and that'll bring you up in the barn where the ship is right now, the hangar.
Ah, okay. I'm processing. I can't move my hands. Processing all of this.
All right, here's what you need to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
If we leave here by way of our ship, there's going to be a lot of flame.
It's a flame ship. Wagon?
Sure, Monkey Man. Sure. It's a
Look, I
flame
know what
ship.
a ship is. A ship goes on the ocean. I'm not dumb.
Sure, Monkey Man. It's a gold-powered flame ship.
Your words.
But if we get out of here normal like,
Mm-hmm.
no flames. Nothing blows up. You got to tell that sheriff to just leave. If they're fine with leaving, we'll let you go too. We can send you back there.
I don't know if they'll do that.
Why not?
Just let me talk to the marshal.
I mean, so unless she has one of these, you can't talk to her directly, but if you want to just yell out there.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, he'll hold it up to you.
Susanna, just want to let you know we're in pretty deep right now. Y'all might actually want to leave.
And you hear a voice in the background go, "Tell him you're not being threatened to say that."
Oh no, we're in a lot of danger if we stay here. There's definitely a clear and present threat.
Tell him something that only you would know, so they don't think we're pretending to be you, Monkey Man.
Am I hearing all of this?
Yeah, you can sort of, yeah. This is like a softer voice off to the side.
Jeez, I'm trying to think of.
Like, I don't know. What do you guys? You all have
well,
different colored hair.
What?
Tell them what color their hair is. We wouldn't know that.
Why wouldn't you know that? You had lookouts when we came in. No, I'm
Well, tell them something only a human would know.
And I hear that, and I'm like,
just give me a moment. I'm trying to process. I'm just glad we didn't bring the shaggin' wagon.
So I just kind of yell. So did we all hear?
Oh yeah,
all of
yeah. You can all hear it. Yeah.
So we'll definitely leave, but we want Jared back.
They'll let me go once you all leave.
He takes the box when he says, "We got enough gold that we can leave this planet. So if you all leave, we can go. We can go back home. That's all we wanted."
So
guess it would have been hard for you to get regular jobs.
Yeah. Pickles. We wanted pickles too. Pickles are really good.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, if you're ever in the area, maybe we can work out some sort of exchange.
What would I give you?
How do you how do you make this fuel?
We have a machine in the ship.
Well, how does the machine make the fuel?
You know, on the list of things I'm going to do today, explaining thermodynamics to a monkey man is not on them. One word for you, monkey man: fission.
Yeah, I don't know what the context of that in this time would be.
There-
But like metallurgy.
It's a crack in a rock.
No, that's fissure.
I was thinking like fishing.
So, Susanna looks at the other two and just like, because we have gotten to the point in our adventures where I don't always understand Jared's reasoning, but I generally trust that that he makes the right call, or at least the call that he thinks is right in the moment. And I'll look at the two of them and say, well, time to try to talk Mr. Sheriff Man into backing down.
Yeah, this is much too much.
You heard him, right? Human.
Yeah.
That means whatever's down there ain't human.
Not again.
Well, this is certainly our brand of weird.
But how do we tell the sheriff? What do we tell him? Did he hear this too? Maybe.
Oh yeah, they all heard. Yeah, it was.
You know what? He came over here freaked out because he saw Jared disappear.
Right.
And then we hear Jared coming with some sort of amplification from the house. Or
Right.
I think I bet you he would go if we just said, hey, we're leaving. You're on your own. I bet you he would go.
You may not be wrong. Let's go find
I
out.
don't want to go. I don't want
Let's
to go
go
that
over
far.
to them. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
let's go over there.
Good.
All right.
Yeah,
so
so
you
staying behind the line of the
Yeah,
ridge.
yeah.
uh,
Go by their fire anyway.
you all, and Tingle's like, you all want beans?
So, yes, I will eat some beans.
Beans sound fantastic.
I know what happens if you don't eat your beans right away.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, pretty crazy.
Crazy is certainly the right word, but it sounded like we're significantly outgunned here.
Well, I mean, there's more of us than there are of them.
Do you know that for sure? Do you know what kind of firepower they have besides that gun? That Gatling gun came as a surprise to me.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. No.
What do
I
you know about the Covington gang?
Well, there's 8 of them, brothers.
Ever seen them? Oh.
No.
If they're all named Normal Johnson, I'm going to be annoyed.
So,
I think they have more than they're saying because we heard them from everywhere and they were able to take Jared. I don't think this is going to work.
It's probably better, Sheriff, for us to back down for now, because they have not they may have fewer numbers than we do, but they have more firepower. They are well entrenched in there, and they have some sort of ability to grab people and snatch them away. You saw it happen to our friend.
Yeah, I saw that was something.
So why don't we go ahead and back down on this one? Head back to town, and put the word out about the Covington gang so that anyone who's dealing with them in the future can come in more prepared.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
All right. I don't want to see anyone get killed today.
Me either. And he'll go to the ridge and he'll say, okay, we're gonna go. Can you give us back what's his name?
Jared.
Can you give us back Jared? And the alien will look at you, Jared, and go, are they lying?
Hope not.
So here's what I'm gonna do. We don't want to hurt you, so we're gonna leave you here in the bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell them to go, and then we're gonna take off, and you'll be far enough down. You're safe here, and once we're gone, you can come back up and go home. But if we give you back to them now, they're just gonna start shooting at us.
And how much time do you need if you were to take off now?
It's gonna take us about an hour.
About an hour? Right. What if we have them just wait next bridge over for an hour?
I'd want them to be at least a half mile away.
Okay.
Look, our ship is pretty great, but there's a Yahoo with dynamite out there.
No, I've got all the dynamite here.
Oh, all right. Well, then, for their safety, they should be a good ways away.
All right.
You're pretty well protected in here. I want you to know, I feel really bad about this, but I'm going to have to wipe your memory.
How much?
Well, I was just going to do the last few hours, but if you want more.
No. Could I talk you out of that?
Yeah.
Is there any reason you got to wipe my memory?
Well, we have technically among my people, there's a rule that we're not supposed to be doing what we're doing.
Star Trek rules.
And so the last thing I need is a monkey man telling somebody else they saw an alien.
But I've already seen aliens.
Well, we're about to take care of that.
No, other aliens.
Other aliens?
Look, I'm gonna. That thing's off, right?
Yeah.
I'm not human.
What do we have about?
No, I was made by aliens.
He licks his finger and rubs it on your cheek and then licks it again. Yeah, you don't taste right.
I don't gotta say it like that.
Are you a clone?
Yeah.
Oh. I was not expecting that.
That's actually why I'm a little interested in your fuel source and whatnot.
I wonder what happens if we try and wipe a clone's memory. You ever been a pile of pink goo?
Not me specifically, but another one of me was.
Yeah. Man. So the great race, huh? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Tough L.
Yeah, I had something pull memories out a little while back, so I'd appreciate if you didn't tinker with my head too much.
Well, okay. Here, I'll make you a deal. you seem like a stand-up guy. And sorry about that whole clone thing, man. That's gotta be weird. How did you find out?
The thing that went up through my nose and pulled the memories out.
Oh, you met one of the great race?
Oh, was it a circular thing with eyes and wings?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, isn't the great... Hold on, I'm actually super confused right now. I thought the stalagmite or stalactite? No, stalagmite.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. No, yeah. That the great race are the stalagmites.
Yeah, I'll describe the stalagmites. Like, that's the great race. And then the other thing...
Right. Sorry, he'll call that the great servitor. Yeah, that's the one. So, I mean, you know the whole story, like the whole, oh, we're the great race. We're gonna make this race that will do everything we say. Oh, we made the race too strong. They're overthrowing us. Let's go back in time and make a new race that certainly won't do that. It happened again. We can't get enough of that.
Well, I'd certainly like to see another round of it myself.
They they made you monkey men. Someday you'll probably overthrow them.
It's about that technology.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, what's your name, man?
Jared.
All right. I'm Ixitchichittle.
Hold on, I'm gonna write that down.
All right.
It's a shithole.
Yeah. No.
It's a shithole.
I mean,
Would Iggy work?
sure.
Thank you.
Me and my brothers, we're leaving in about 15 minutes. So do you want to tell them to?
Yeah. I'll get on the speaker and tell them to get a nice half hour. So the flame wagon that they will be leaving on does not injure anyone.
I mean, maybe leave out the bit about the flame wagon. We're trying to keep a lowdown here.
Well, you're leaving on something that's dangerous. So I
Yeah,
just
but
say
that's why we want you far away.
I'm just going to tell them some dynamite's going to be going off, and they should get a half mile out.
Are you sure that won't make them come down here?
I mean, if it does, that's their loss.
Hey, man, it's hard work being a clone. Sure, yeah. Well, tell him what you got to tell him, and he'll hold the thing up to your mouth.
Oh God, what? So, hold on, I'm getting the player thoughts in order. They're gonna leave in approximately an hour. Okay, so they're gonna be leaving in about an hour. Y'all want to be at least a half mile out. There's gonna be some explosions going off in the area when they leave. They don't want you all to get hurt. I'm in a safe place, and once they've passed, it should be safe for me to come out.
Well, that's mighty kind of them. I'll say to the others. Well, it sounds like they're holding all the cards right now, and if they're about to set off a bunch of explosions, I don't particularly want to be very close.
Well,
Engel and his crew are already packing up.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, I'll get up to the edge of the ridge and call down. We're heading out. Make sure you give Jared back to us as soon as you can.
He takes thing away and he goes, "Can I mess with her a little?"
It's your talking box.
Yeah, all right. They watch this. Humans go crazy for this. Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna hurt him at all. Tell me, did he have 2 kidneys when you found him?
I don't know. The last one went kind of pink on us. It's hard to tell.
she know you're a clone?
I know enough. They saw the first one go foamy.
Man, that's kind of rude to say in public.
You mess with
You're the
me, I
one
mess
trying
back.
to. You're the one trying to have fun with them.
All right. Hey, look. Great meeting you. If you ever find yourself in Deneb, look me up.
All right. And if you were ever back here, feel free to stop by the Silver Bullet.
Yeah, we can't get our hologram machines to work well enough to last out with humans for more than about 30 minutes.
Oh, sneak in through the back door.
That's a possibility. Tell me, does this work? And he'll like hit a button on his side, and all of a sudden he's a 6 foot tall, blonde, blue-eyed cowboy. But like, not that Jared doesn't know this, but like there's definitely some uncanny valley of like, looks mostly human.
So something's off.
Yeah, the eyes are kind of dead.
Is it not blinking?
Oh man, the blinking thing is hard. You also notice when he speaks, the mouth doesn't move.
Oh, yeah, you gotta fix up here. The whole face doesn't react.
Yeah, it's really hard. Movable holograms take up a tremendous amount of power. And he'll turn it off. I'll say, well, I don't know. I guess I can't really report that because, I can't really say, and then the human that I interacted with said.
Well, technically not a human.
Oh, I wonder if I don't know what the rules are with a clone. You might have found a gray area. Well, Jared, it was a pleasure.
Likewise, Ziggy.
And he will, as he heads out, he goes, you don't need these. And he'll hit a button and the red bars disappear. And he goes, oh, hey, there's some pickles in that closet there. We had leftovers. So help yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are most hospitable.
And that is the last you will see of Exitchittle. So you all right away. And
I would like to right away and see what happens, but far enough away.
Sure, yeah. At a certain point, you'll turn back around, kind of. There is just a blinding light and a series of explosions as something rises into the sky and very quickly disappears up into the night sky. And Tangle just keeps going.
Until somebody.
Try changing the note a bit. Damn.
It's like a meteorite goes up.
Yeah, that's what it best reminds me of. A shooting star, but going up.
Oh,
Just like nudge him firmly in the ribs.
What just happened?
Probably best to not think too hard about it.
Yeah.
Weird things happen out in the desert.
Yeah.
Gas leak, I think. A pocket of gas, swamp gas out here in the desert gas.
All that dynamite.
Yes, it was dynamite. It blew something up into the sky. Oh, I hope Jared's okay.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. We all heard the explosion.
As you say, I hope Jared's okay. Like you see about a ways away, you see Jared walking up with like a jar of pickles.
I have to say, just
Okay, I'll take his horse and ride up toward him with on mine to be like to shave off some of the distance. Approach him. How you doing?
didn't have my memory wiped.
Well, that's a good start.
Huh?
What happened?
Aliens turning gold into fuel to power a flame wagon.
Right, back up a
Wagon
step.
ship.
Back up a step. What precisely is an alien? It's only a short step.
You know, someone who ain't from around here.
Ah. Like this territory? Is Nevada a state?
Nevada's a state.
All right. Like not from this state or this country or a little further out.
Yes.
Got it. I think. Well, that was a hell of a show. Let's get back to the others and see if
What
see
what did their wagon look like?
it was so fucking bright. I couldn't make out much of anything, but huge. I mean, I've never seen a light that bright aside from maybe the sun going straight up.
The sun a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit like the sun in Brighton, but a little bit more so.
And more explosions.
Called it a land wagon. I
Well,
don't think it was a land wagon.
it's a sky wagon.
Sky wagon. One day, I hope mankind can create sky wagons and travel to the stars.
Well, if we run into your friends that kept you down there, maybe we'll bring you along so you can say hi.
Well, I told them they were welcome at the Silver Bullet, but maybe I should. Oh, we'll ride back and I'll tell you about them.
All right. Well, I look forward to hearing what brain-bending shenanigans you've been up to this time. I'm just glad you're all right, Jared. I was worried we'd lost you.
Yep.
Oh. And that is the end of this. As the camera like pulls back to a posse, 10 of you riding back towards Reno, riding in the desert towards the lights of Reno. And the camera just keeps shooting up until it reaches the starship. And one of the there's Exit Chittle standing there, and he goes, "Should we have told him about the cancer?" And that's gonna do it for this episode of Quests in Cthulhu. Were we gonna do a second? No, it was a raid. If we got a raid, you're gonna.
But I mean, we might as well now that we're at the end of the show. Let me.
All right, there we go. We're doing a second giveaway. That's the kind of thing we do. So, look, we already have a Blackwater Creek whiskey thing there. That's gonna be.
Oh yeah, right.
So we're gonna be giving away the two of the tumblers,
a pair
of those silver bullet tumblers. So #chaos right now to be entered to win. Bomb Clancy, don't you dare
go for it. Let's take it.
Don't you dare.
And then why don't we go for quotes as people are talking about.
So the quotes this time. They killed one of me. Perfectly normal human ways. The West is an interesting place, like 4 times. I'll set the produce on fire then. Damn, they got a barn too. And that looks like where weird might come from. This is my I like that one.
I like. We might have found a
The
gray.
gray area. I think I
we
totally.
we really want to vote to have one of your quotes be at this time.
Yes.
That
yes.
was good. That is such a perfect episode title.
Come on, just once for us.
All right.
Yay!
The problem is you break the rules once.
I know it's just bending. It's just bending. It'll be fine.
Bent a little.
Yeah.
So don't forget Monday, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak. Then Saturday at some undetermined time in the early afternoon, it is Rime of the Frost Maiden. And then we're back here we start at 6, right? Yeah, we start at 6. We're back here at 6 to close it out with Quests in Cthulhu. So last chance here, get your name in for hashtag chaos. I see 37 people on the thing, and I see like 8 people entered. So come on, people.
It's treasure.
Rachel's not entering because we've already got some. A few, I think that's everything. I want to thank once again Birds of Paradise for these ridiculously huge dice that rolled pretty well on the haul.
Honestly, my favorite part of delivering the dice is watching everyone's expression when I pull out the Seguro dice and just watching everyone's eyes get about as big as the dice.
So
yes, I know how to pronounce it correctly.
Those are the normal Birds of Paradise. Those are the Saguaros. That's pretty crazy. All right, Thomas, you want to? Oh, I wonder if they'll fit in my donut. I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. I think they're too big.
So.
Tigeron 31.
Congratulations.
All right, Tyron, congratulations. Go ahead and send your address to Thomas, and make sure you don't live in Quebec. That's really good advice for anybody, isn't it?
I mean, you get snooted at in Canadian and French.
Multilingual snooting. So we will be back next week with, I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but something's going to happen. I'm sure of it. So I guess there's nothing left to say, but goodbye, internet friends.